ลืมกดอัดว่ะกดอัดไปก่อน เฮ้ยน้องนักศึกษาจัดปกได้นะคู่นี้ผม
Guardian in hand for the high pen, and the rest of the Fnatic position to go down to the spike.
Yeah, just waiting. If they get lucky, they'll get some exits, but otherwise, not willing to give any more over to the side.
ดูมาไงนะเขาหลีบไปละโอ้โห
Some of those big ultimates, like you see on way.
ดูมาสแตนด์อินนะครับผมดูมาสแตนด์อินนะ
Expedite that any further than you need to. So full sense.
มันติดอันนี้แหละแล้วปีนี้2026
Zero looking very good. The big question is going to come down to this though. Like how often or how
รั่วเลยดูมานายเข้าหลีบไปแล้วหรอนายไปไหนก่อน
and making sure that you win that first duel. The moment you lose that first duel, it happens to full senses attack. We'll see if Fnatic can figure out the first step to that solution anytime soon.
Well, now into the bonus, and it's a pretty strong one here for full sense.
โบ๊ทมัน
Rifles across the
ไป
board.
ติดอะไรสักอย่างอ่ะ
Let's see how that fares after we go ahead and take care of something down on the stage.
Yeah, it did look like right before the game started, as you mentioned, Alfira was helping Severe out with a little bit of a setup, so perhaps just wanting to need a bit of a readjust. Full sense will take this time as well, just to double check, make sure everything is good to go.
ไม่เกี่ยวนะแชมป์รายการนี้ไม่เกี่ยวกับลีกนะครับผมรายการนี้ก็คือ SVL จัดเป็นประจำทุกปีอยู่แล้วเนอะ
Going back on, so I think we're just doing some quick little final checks. Kayak keeping up the little micro nap meta.
Yeah, you know the ones who are experienced on the big stages with some of the other tech pauses, you know that you're going to want to make sure that you stay in tip-top condition. And I gotta say, I mean, obviously part of it's that he's just so young, but you think about how Kayak was looking both in-game and just overall on the stage at the very beginning of the year during kickoff, a little not confident in himself, not sure if he really belongs, you know, on a team like Fnatic. And then we see him now, whether it's here when he was interviewing at Game Changers, even during the Grand Finals and Champions, he has really stepped up to the plate as a star duelist.
No, he really has. I mean,
มาอะไรนะสวัสดีครับผม
from the outset, but saw some moments where it's just that little bit of inconsistency on a global stage, and then it all just very much came together back in Paris.
ฝรั่งก็ยังไม่รู้
Of fans here, as you can see. I mean, surely somebody with a
มีสิทธิ์
stupefy
ชนะไหม
that should be
ใส่
thinking
ฮะ
Cherry Potter. Full sense.
Oh wow, yeah.
น้องวนิลาสวัสดีครับผม
Tough one. That is a tough one.
เอาดีเราใส่ไป10ไปเลยเหรอ
Maybe that's what
เลท
I'm
6
supposed to say. Potter casting stupefy.
ชวนคนที่บริษัทมาฟังด้วยกันครับผม
Not here to cast some kind of counter spell.
Yeah, I hadn't considered that.
เนี่ย20ในชัวร์ก็มี20อยู่เนี่ย
Well, we were checking
บอกเลยว่า
things out on
20
the
เห็นไหม
stage. Go ahead and check something on this side of the stage. So it looks like we might have a little bit more time. So let me ask you a question, because I've been wondering this myself.
Ooh, okay.
Do you think that you know, like your lock screen on Windows?
Yeah.
Is there somebody who is salaried that puts all the stuff at the bottom, where it's just like this moment in history? Take the Batman quiz. Like those weird quirks.
Oh yeah, like.
Or is that just AI generated? Because if somebody is paid and has like benefits to do that, I want that job.
Yeah.
Because every time I look at it, I'm like,
That's your dream job.
This might be the greatest job in the world. Just be like, oh, what's a quiz? Batman.
เฮ้ยโอ้โห
Just put something whatever.
ช่วงถูก8ถูก9ติดก็มีนะมันไปพูดถึงอะไรที่มันหม่นหมองขนาดนั้นครับ
Honestly, yeah, you do get a lot of trivia out of those. I learn a lot of things from my login screen on Windows.
I just like every time I go to my computer, I'm just like,
Hello,
surely
I wonder.
Sure, I mean, yeah, it could be a team.
อะไร
Could
นะ
be a team of people.
Because if that is an actual job, I feel
อ๋อ
like
ไม่ดูเลยดูแข่งอยู่
then use AI to do it.
Well,
Because
yes.
you can just say like, hey, Chat GPT, can you make me a 10-question quiz about this?
Yeah, that's one of those things where it can very easily be automated, but then it could be wrong.
True.
โปรเซนต์วิน1วินแมป1โดน1ฟ้า
Because
เทาม่วงแดง
it also makes me wonder
50
how many people
50เนี่ย
to log into the
50หรอ50ใช้ได้อยู่นะ
I gotta take this quiz.
That's
ถ้า1ม่วง1เทานี่
probably not many.
มัดจำก่อนได้ไหม
Admittedly, I mean, like read all the different things and check out the quizzes and such. Not every time.
I mean, I know people do. Obviously, there is a
ชอบมีแบบ
course at market for people.
ชอบมีแบบ1เทาอ่ะเราช่วยเชียร์ไอสัตว์ชนะปุ๊บเป้งหาย
All of your co-streamers
Yeah, except for Sliggy. Pretty much every watch party except for Sliggy.
But yeah, like, so maybe I guess there is a market for it, but it's just I've never felt compelled. Maybe I'm gonna start doing.
โดนบิดไป2-3 ทีแล้วเนี่ย1 ม่วง 1 เทาเนี่ย
You gotta get, maybe you'll get hooked.
Maybe.
กำลังแบบง่วงเลยจำได้ดูดึกๆเลยแบบโหจะหลับอยู่แล้วมันตื่นเลยเฮียสรุปแม่งชนะดีใจกันจบปุ๊บพิมพ์ฝันดีนอนอ้าวไอ้เฮียคนนั้นหายไปไหนวะหายไปเลยอ่ะไอ้เฮียให้กูช่วยลุ้นแล้วแม่งบิดกูเฉย
Oh yeah. If it turns into
Bruce, Jimmy. Which one is it? Well, we're back in the game. Let's start talking about my interest in lock screens.
Just creeping towards showers for absolutely.
สำนักนี้โดนบินบ่อย
Now this should leave a question mark for them.
บินยังไงครับผมแบบไม่มีนะไม่ค่อยมีคนบินนะผมพี่
Damage pushed out here. HL gonna go.
อุ้ยสวยพอด
What?
เอาว่ะเอาไปเยอะเหรอ
Clipping Althea right through the side of the head.
เวเลดิฟครับ
Finds an opening there. Still trying to scale forward here onto the side, but they have the smokes to cover. Cash for now, the only
อย่าให้ขจักตื่นเลยเนี่ย
truck. That lob in on the barrier mesh just now cleared out.
แล้วฟูเซนกำลังจะได้โบนัสราว
Fire site for now. They're holding Lamb's control and showers.
Kayak on the drop down does get spotted. They just go ahead and counter shift back, so Kadun gets over to safety. He's playing this deep showers angle. Meanwhile, you have the re-wrap from Sephiroth. He
เอาว่ะ
still
ดีเท
does
ครับ
have that molly.
ผู้เล่นน้อยกว่าครับเป็นติก
Yeah, he's gonna buy a lot of time. Fnatic, the clock is already.
ยืนเคอกันสวยอยู่เฮ้ย
Forward crash, he's able to
นี่
find
ชมไม่น่าขาดคำกระดุมต้องเอาหน่อยแล้ว
Finding Kayak, Severe
อุ้ย
gonna take it down to Cash.
ได้ไป1แล้วพิญญา
Answer
ได้อยู่
back, but now a 2v3.
3-2 ครับ
Looking to try to hold here for the defuse. Gets it up to half. The swing going to be coming through. And it's going to be
สวยดุมอุ้ย
playing them in for a bonus conversion.
แล้วภาพไม่จับ
That's a 3-0 start for Full Sense.
That is a big lead for Full Sense. Not only are you getting over to that bonus, getting the lead on the round, but you're keeping a lot of your weapons. Now you can play the econ against some of the outlaw. But this insane first shot clips him on the
ตัวใหม่เอฟเนติกเนี่ยไอคนนี้ไม่เคยเห็นนะบิมโซนนะครับแต่ว่าไอเวก้าเนี่ยใช้ได้อยู่มันมาช่วงแบบสเตจ2หลังๆ
เจิมเลยเอสแมป1
เติมเลยเฮ้ยขอบคุณนะครับ14เทรย์เหรอขอบคุณนะครับผมตัวเนี่ยนะครับ
Able to avoid that shot. Almost certain death.
ดุมยิงเรียกผลงาน
Now look at the death ball.
ยิงเรียกสัญญาเลยเปล่า
Here on the corner. Get the path already. Finds the first. There's the
อุ้ย
swing. And oh, the transfer.
โว้วอภิญญาว่ะ
Oh, that's that patch in action right
Yeah.
there. Being able to control that spray for just a little bit longer.
สเปรย์ทันเฟิล
Nice transfer on that. We know he's been spending time in the lab. And Severe now just caught in the TP. I mean, in the grand scheme of things for the round, it's not going to matter either way.
ผม
That's a clean shot. Another ult point for
เฮ้ย
Kajum. Now halfway
เอาดี
towards the Steel Garden on Vice.
Not much more to do here if you're Crashies. Sit back. Trying to go down to the spike. Obviously, getting a kill would be nice. Get a charge towards having those Seekers online, but with Potter one away from the convert.
ตัวนี้โบเตอร์ติดธุระครับไม่ได้มา
Bit too risky to try to give this over, but Potter is going to be on the hunt, it would seem. Checking in towards the enemy spawn. Nothing spotted there. Crashies. The Stinger
Oh,
finds the
timing.
Yeah.
timing. And now just go ahead and upgrade the weapon. Hold on to his life, but looks like he's going to try for a peek. Nope. Realizing now that the teleports have been taken, we'll be able to rotate out to safety, but it's going to be another round here for Full Sense.
Yeah, Potter doesn't mind that, right? Like you mentioned, he gets the ult either way, so that was why he goes out on the hunt. If he dies, he still gets it, gets the overall econ, you know, the macro value of getting those
นายติดธุระนะครับ
getting that snowball rolling for Full
ไม่อยู่ไทย
But one thing's for sure, once again, the Thai players, their aim
งวดนี้
is up to
หนูไม่ได้มาบูชา
Don't
น้องปณินส
wanna
วัสดีครับผม
challenge them silly-nilly with
อย่า
the
เพิ่งเลยขอ
right
เล
now.
ขปล่อยนะครับผม
That's an early
คือถ้า
win
พี่
after.
ให้หวยน้องปณินถูก2 งวดติดพี่ว่าพี่จะเลิกสตรีมแล้วครับพี่จะไปแทงเป็นนักแทงหวย
Most part, it has felt like Full Sense has widely been in full control. Closest really being
ทัวร์ก่อน
the
ที
bonus
เอส
that they
ผลงาน
converted.
คัมแบ็ก
Came
สำหรับ
down
พี่
to
ค่อนข้าง
2v2.
ผิดหวังนะครับ
Yeah, I
ความ
mean,
ผิดหวั
just
ง
the early on portion of the rounds each time as well for Full Sense, getting that early
พี่
shower
ปกติ
control
2 งวด
and
ติด
some
เลย
of
เหรอ
those basic things that
โอ้
we
โห
talked
เดี๋ยว
about
ถ้าเจอ
right
จะ
now
ไป
and
แกวกันหน่อย
that bind because it's been here since the very beginning. Got some of those Fnatic fans that we saw earlier. But the fact that they're able to execute it, right? The fact that they have their eye on the prize on, okay, this is how we want to take control of this map. It's easy to talk about it. It's
น้อง
not
โนสวัสดีครับผม
to execute it round to round. So far it looks good.
เหมือนได้เห็นน้องโน่อยู่ช่องสาวน้องไปเลยครับผม
Ice on them to slow things down, give Fnatic a chance to crawl back into this first round.
Another buy, still without ultimates. Very labored attempts here.
น้องลุกอันยองครับผม
Fnatic,
เลวนาติดจุฬานะครับ
the closest.
ไม่อยู่ไทยนะครับเลยกระดุมแซนิน
I mean, I think Kayak
กระดุม
and
แซนิน
Alpha
ครับ
not being able to pick up a kill yet.
หนูซื้อผ้าสามสีกับแผ่นทองโอ้โห
And looks like Full Sense suspecting
จะมา
that
แปะหน้าผาก
maybe
ด้วยป่ะครับ
it's
ผม
gonna be an aggressive
แผ่นทอง
play
เนี่ย
out of Hookah. Instead, it's just gonna be some passivity here from Fnatic.
Ooh, good bait.
เขาบอกว่าวาโลอ่ะ
as well
เริ่มกันราวที่
out
ห้า
there.
มาดูว่าจริงหรือเปล่า
It's gonna be Alpha and Severe working
Sweet.
together. Conversion pads. Alpha's trying to bait them out, but will they check?
Oi,
They still do, and
mm.
Severe just can't get out.
โอ้โหโคตรเฉียบอ่ะ
Played there, trying to go for the shots of Potter.
Bah.
To collect.
เฉียบ
All
จัด
gonna be cleared out. Alpha now gonna be
Ui.
spotted. Crashes. However,
อุ้ยอย่างนี้หมดนะ
taken down as Alpha
อย่างนี้
now
หมดนะ
into the corner. Just
อุ้ยเอาไปเยอะถึงกับต้องหนีอ่ะดูดิโหสู้โหซุนอ่ะ
Dude was able to find him with a wall bank shot, and just like
Ui.
that, 3 players remaining, and given that one of them has the operator, you just have to abandon it. Full Sense with a full 5 still
เฮีย
alive. Looking to go ahead
รีบ
and
คุก
make
เหรอ
this 5-0 to start.
It's an incredible timeout, post-timeout read here from Full Sense. They target one of the areas that
Oi.
they think could be an absolute curveball that they haven't paid a
ทำไม
lot of
ดีจัง
attention
อะ
to, which is Hookah. But if
ต้อง
no
ให้
one
แมนย้อม
pushes
ผม
out of there, surely it's going to be heavy stack
Oh
on
my
either
God.
Long or Showers because that's where Fnatic's been pressured the past 4 rounds. So immediately they just dump all of their util. They trust in the combos of their ults. I also love that they use all of their ults to immediately get
กระ
in.
ดุม
Doom starts
เอาดี
the chase. Surely not enough time though. Kayak going to be able to tuck into the corner. Shouldn't be spotted before the spike goes off.
Needs to hold on to it.
เป็นเรื่องจริงอันนี้
Angle, but has the shot to go ahead.
เฮ้ยอย่าไปให้มันยิงเยอะไอ้เนี่ย
Self on the board with a kill.
เดี๋ยวแม่งตื่นให้มันหลับไปก่อน
Can't take the operator away, but they are still dealing some hefty damage here. To Fnatic just wicking it out
เป็น
from
เรื่อง
Potter. From there, it all just starts to fall apart. Get
โอ้โหกระดุมเฮียบ้าจัด
2-0 โดน 1 เหรียญ
And you
ทอง
can
ขอบ
see
คุ
the,
ณครับ
the shock, and honestly, I
ไวเปอร์โดโดจัดไปขอบคุณหน้าผม
Okay.
I mean, if you're Alpha, you rarely feel that way. That you're just completely overwhelmed. You feel like you at least
หนึ่ง
have
เหรียญทองขอบเงิน
a trade something. But right now, we're just not.
เอามาละตอนเนี้ย10 บาทก็เอา
Deathball things once again
แม่ง
over on the A
คิด
side.
ตั้งนานให้ประมวลผลหนึ่งเหรียญทองขอบเงิน แม่งเหรียญ10นี่หว่า
Crashing in. Into the corner. The casual
Hey!
play this out so quietly because he's just got the shotgun, but there's just too many targets. They eventually swoop out of the shower angle.
น้องชินไปแล้วผม
Drop him.
I mean, it's another save.
05 ครับผม
Yeah,
It's the op. You can't do anything about it.
nothing more to be done.
สเตต้ายังทำมาแล้ว
Try to rush forward here with this Bucky. Get
Yes.
something going in that regard. Try to
ไอ้
get
ตอนเจอเซต้านะโบสไปหรือเปล่า
kill on a death. To try to get that orbital online.
Look at Kadoom on the minimap, by the way. Just wondering if somehow Kayak's hiding
ค่า
in
แจ็คไม่
the
เห็นเท่าไหร่
most
เลยพี่
unpredictable
ค่า
corner.
จักรมันจะ
Yeah.
เริ่มแบตมามันจริงเงียบๆอย่างนี้ตลอดอะถ้าดูแข่งอะนานๆทีมันจะลั่นแมปแรก นานๆทีเลย
Either way, Full Sense happy with it. And as I was saying in that previous round,
มันเครื่องร้อนช้าครับผม
they dump them all to secure the round after the timeout, keep up the momentum, and now their ult cycle continues onward with only one away from the Steel Garden. So really good macro play.
แต่ว่าที่ไป SVL เนี่ยที่พี่บินพวกเนี้ย เหมือนบูมมาเป็นคนไปคุยนะ ไม่รู้อยากเจอนะโบสหรือเปล่า
Grand finals
สรุปนะโบสไม่ไป
without boasting.
Yes.
There are some asterisks, but I mean,
Some fine print.
but the thing is, the shots that are coming through from Full Sense.
อันนี้แข่งในเกาหลีครับผม
Strategy out of the equation here. They're just shooting better.
ชิปหายแล้วเอาไปเยอะ
I mean,
สง
Alpha
สัย
hasn't been able to win. Now, part of
ของ
that
หม
is
ด
because he's always getting 1v2, 1v3'd. But the other thing about Alpha is oftentimes he wins a
Alpha
lot of
เยอะแจก
1v2s
แจก
and
เบอร์โทร
1v3s.
เนี่ย
So you got to give respect to Full Sense here.
There's the net. Prowler to go ahead and secure it. So here comes the dash.
Oi!
Forward. Oh, but it's a little bit off. Good reaction from Crashies. Too shallow of a flash to try to get a confirmation. So has to send it to the
Oi!
Trailblazer. Finds the stun, and Pikachu's
นั่น
going
ไง
to play off it beautifully. So
นั่นไง
Fnatic finally find themselves in with an
คู่
advantage.
หูบีลอง
Still have the operator here on the site.
ผมมาแก้ตัวที่ A ครับ
Well, it's a showstopper for Kayak, so certainly is going to be capable of holding the line here.
Ooh, those Seekers going all the way. Brim had only broken one. So could be a bit of misdirection. I love how Fullsense is using this against
แล้วเมื่อกี้
Fnatic.
ปล่อย
Took the
อัน
spike
ติ
that
ส
was
กาย
left behind, and now they'll start to wrap back towards B.
ได้อินโฟเป็นสแต็ก A4 ครับ
Do you decide
ฟูลเซนกลับมาย้ำบีอีกรอบ
counter-rotating? I mean, you have 4
เฮ้ย
players
ถ้าได้
down
แคชชี่
inside
แบบไม่
the
เสีย
map,
ผู้เล่นเลยเนี่ย
as well as a
มีสิทธิ์อยู่นะ
showstopper to try to delay.
ได้ไซส์3-4 ได้วาง
Fnatic could very well afford to just
แล้ว
send
แคชชี่
somebody back.
กำลังเล่นกับ
Well,
ทามมิ่ง
they
อยู่
have to. Crashies just goes for the peak. Slides away
จะมี
without
สโมก
taking
เบรก
any
ไว้
damage.
โอ้ยงี้มันโรเทตทันปะ
Yeah, he's got to play for the retake. Just kind of give up the site. Just keep
เฮ้ย
tabs on whether
อะไร
they
อะ
actually push through or not. You do want to leave someone on A because the
คืออะไรอะ
TP is available.
Time, however, less and less available for Full Sense. 20 seconds will be remaining here on the clock as Crashies finds himself a second. Kadum going to be taken down. Full Sense will be able to find one, but with 14 seconds remaining, another spike now on the floor. They won't be able to make a go of this one. Alpha gets himself on the board with the kill there on the Laz. Fnatic will long last break this win streak.
Yeah, and it's not exactly the way I imagined it, but I did ask the question, what happens when Full Sense isn't able to get that first kill? Ponnr goes a little bit too wild there with the shorty. I like the idea, just wasn't able to catch sight of Crashes in time. Misses the first shot, and then Fnatic was
ก้าวเกียร์อะไรมั่วไปหม
draw
ด
out the round just long enough. Good backup for Vikash as well. And just in time,
ต้องหยุด
to
ทัก
rotate
อ่ะ
back onto B before it turns into a tragedy.
Back at it.
Also just a bit too late. Feel like slightly
นี่แหละครับ
disappointed
ผม
with when the Prowler was going through compared to the net. So doesn't manage to get on top of Crashies before that's removed. Should be cleaned up as
อุ้ย
he can, oh man!
เฮ้ย
Surprise, surprise! Kadum's got an attack op.
กระดุม
Don't think
เชี่
you
ย
were expecting that
เอา
one.
ดีเติ้ล
Swings into the angle and wins it.
That definitely puts a dent in Kayak.
ดับเบิล
here.
พิก
Does, but it's also it's a big boon. The confidence here.
เฮ้ยโหดูดิ ไม่สู้ด้วยอะรอเพื่อนมา4 คนแล้วก็สู้ทีเดียวอะเฮ้ย
But back
ดูดิ
coming through. Vikash on a wide swing out, but
เชี่ย
that is a very
ดี
target-rich
จัด
environment.
Yeah, just
เฮ้ยช็อตนี้ดีจัด
as many, I guess,
รู้ว่ามี
crashes
สกาย
all
คนหนึ่งแน่นอน
along
ครับ
Garden.
สแปมหลังสโมกไปปลายสโมกอะ
Players, not the full
แล้วเข้า
floor.
วาร์ป
Now
หนีหมด
full send.
แล้วเอโล่ง
Across the map, looks like Alpha pursuing in behind Kadum.
Oh, no.
However, did he not hear?
เฮ้ยกระดุม
I don't think he has. And Alpha now
เฮ้ย
has
กระดุม
the
ไม่ได้ยินเหรอ
spot. He is on the hunt.
ชิปหายละ
Stalking him here from behind, sliding forward. It's about to be a rude awakening. He's going to try to play this maybe out a little bit more patiently.
เฮ้ย
Yeah, just
Chip
wants to find
hiding.
more people
Or
before.
does he?
Yeah.
Does he even consider a knife?
Oh,
เฮ้ย
Trying
เป็น
to
เรื่อง
see if he
ว่ะ
can spot anything else down here at short. Nothing there. Will just go ahead, takes a shot, puts him
เฮ้ย
down
โห
mercifully.
เป็นเรื่องจริง
Converts
เฮีย
his bats now going to be sent over, catching on the two there inside.
นี่ไง เป็นเรื่องปะล่ะ
Going to be taken down. So Penny is able to find 2 kills of his own, but Crashies now answering back. The
เรียบ
Lone
ร้อย
Ranger trying to fight, but cannot do it. He does fall, and Full Sense maintain absolute control.
yeah, it's a nice play. Alpha getting that ult. You know that those members and lamps will be trapped, but they're just not able to get in because of that delay. You don't want to move too far forward and hinder yourself. Looked like there was a stun as well to one of the members of Fnatic trying to file in.
Open left.
Yeah, so they're just not able to get it. Yeah, Kayak, I mean, you just weren't expecting that. Losing that op duel, it's not something that happens every day for Kayak. And Fnatic, I mean, you have to consider using that second time out here soon, because otherwise, Full Sense is going to run away with this map.
You mentioned it. Have you spoken it into existence?
Think it might be a tech pause.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
We still haven't learned all the music cues yet, so new
Yeah, new
tournament,
tournament.
new music. So hopefully a quick one to get taken care of here. But I mean, honestly, I assume it's on the Full Sense side. Maybe not.
No, I think it's
Okay.
Severe just wanting to
Alright.
double check things with the audio once again.
Looks like it might just be a swap out on the in-ears.
Yeah, you know, if you can't fix it, just get a new one. Just get a new one. So hopefully that'll get sorted out soon enough.
ถ้าฝั่งนู้นไม่น่าตื่น
It's just stepping in for this stint. Obviously, Severe also wanting to
เออ
play at least in his best condition, regardless.
ถ้าไม่โดนบัฟแล้วไม่ตื่นก็น่าจะหลับยาวเพราะเตเบส ไม่ยืนบัฟแน่นอน
But otherwise, talking about the Full Sense side of things, I mean, they have been dominating not just in the score, but the overall flow of the game. The way that they are moving together, the way that they're ready to trade, and also just all being on the same page of whether they're going to push forward, or if you're going to scale up, or if you're going to reset. It's been very, very clean. So keen to see if they can keep that up for the rest of the tournament, depending on how long they stay alive. So we see Alpha going for a reset as well on his setup.
Check one, might as well check them all.
Yeah, I mean, listen, especially if there's already a tech pause, if you're just quite not sure, you might as well not take any chances.
แข่งในเกาหลีครับผม
Oh, I was about to say, what is that? It says Fnatic, but in reverse.
Oh.
They somehow. I think they thought maybe the cameras would be flipped, or maybe the camera is flipped. I'm actually not sure. Maybe they were trying to get ahead of the camera mirroring metagame there.
I was gonna say, I was like,
yeah. It said Tiknap.
Yeah, Tiknap. And I was like, am I missing something? Because sometimes they hold up fan signs that, you know, for like the Korean casters and stuff like that. That is not a name.
Yep.
Turns out Tik is not like a common Korean
เอาล็อบสวัสดีครับ
family name.
ใช่แล้วน้องกับล็อบ
No,
ถูกต้องครับ
not at all.
So it's all right.
Thanks for Fnatic here. Not every day that you get to watch the Fnatic players here in Seoul, South Korea. So you take your chances when you can.
I mean, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. It's the first time, the second time, really, ever, that you could do it.
Yeah. This is hard to explain because it's a play on words, but when you looked at just the center signs, it says Fnatic fail, but the word for fail is part of the word for I hope you.
น้องตาสวัสดีครับ
When they extended out, the second line actually says I hope you win.
It would be very funny if it was a bait, and then at the end it said I hope you fail.
Yeah, and then they go out even bigger, and it's like actually.
Yeah.
Instead of the enhance, we just zoom out. We're like zoom out more. Get the full picture. We got the. It's lovely to see fans also always trying to figure out new and creative ways. I think it was this year, right, where we started to see those kind of pop out fan signs where people.
I mean, pop out, but then also like the ones where they have like the cutouts, so like
exactly.
slide
Yeah,
things
yeah.
Kind of like animate them.
Yeah, that was so cool.
เฮ้ยเพิ่งเห็นน้องสตาร์เทค
Been,
นะ
a lot of creative.
รายการอะไร
The
3-8
one that we might not have won champions
โชว์
over
ยุโรป
here, but we still have the best damn fans in the world. Most
Exactly.
creative
อาราชิ
ones.
อาราชิ
Off
น่า
the
ใช้
back
อาราชิ
of
ของดี
that tech pause, we do have that timeout. So you did technically speak
จาก
of
ลุ้นสูง
existence. We just got a
จาก
little
ลุ้น
bit
สูงโปรเซ็นต์
more
ต้อง
than
ลุ้น
we might
ไม่
have
ต้อง
thought
ติด
we
แค
were
ส
going to get as far as downtime is concerned. But yeah, second timeout now
อัน
being
นี้แหละข้อดีของ
used. A
สูง
6-round deficit here for Fnatic.
So something that Fnatic's going to want to have to think about here is that Full Sense just isn't playing the game that you're used to, perhaps in Tier 1 or
ฟูเรีย
where you're both playing defaults, you trade some
โอ้โห
util, and then you reset, you go for the rotate. None of that's happening. And part of that is Full Sense. Part of that might even be the
อย่าง
new
นี้คน
patch
บรา
that
ซิล
Tony
มันไม่
got,
ไอ้นี่หรอ
or
วะ
just overall now the new era, the new meta of Valorant, where you just don't have as much util. So Full Sense is saying we get contact,
คือ
push
คน
through,
บราซิล อ่ะ
and how many frags we get, we choose
เขาค่อน
to
ข้างแบบ
rotate or not. So Fnatic might have to consider that we also need a 3-man
ความเป็น
stack
บราซิล
once
อ่ะ
on
นึ
the
กออกปะ
map to push out, gain
แบบ
space,
รัก
get contact.
สมมติจะเชียร์บอลเชียร์กีฬามันความเป็นบราซิลอ่ะ
Prepare for the retake. Now this one's gonna be a
ทีนี้
weaker
ฟู
buy.
เรียแม่งบราซิลจ๋าตอนแรกตอนนี้เหลือบราซิลคนเดียว
But the next round is where I'm gonna have my eyes on Fnatic.
สัปกรสาขาบางพีอุ้ยสวัสดีครับสัปกรสวัสดีครับผม
Taking point here alongside Kayak. It does
ผมไม่ทำอะไร
seem
ผิด
that
นะช่วงนี้
Showstoppers could be
จ่าย
a
หมดนะครับ
time turner for the team.
มันค่อนข้างประมาณนั้นอะ
Find some
แต่ไม่รู้เดี๋ยวนี้มันเปลี่ยนไปหรือยัง
Okay, so Full Sense once again after each timeout, you're just holding, seeing if there's aggression, as you should be wary, especially with the econ situation of Fnatic.
just a little bit of a jump peek here. Trying to see if he spots anything.
Oh.
Given
น่าจะแทนโบสเฉยๆแต่เวก้าตัวจริงแน่นอนเวก้า
Alpha Year now. Stuck quite far forward. No refract set up to try to go for an exit.
โอ้
Potter
พอตเตอร์
has him out
Oh,
done
wow.
once again. Dashing forward, quick check there towards
Ow.
Rams, but Kayak very well set up with a showstopper. He is able to answer the one back, and that's going to be weapons now recovered. The Guardian and the Vandal can both be collected.
Yeah, that Trailblazer was broken, by the way, by Opinia, so they know that a potential rotate is here for Full Sense.
โอ้โหแล้วใช้อันติมาอันนี้
Not taking any
เชอร์ลีฟไปแล้ว
chances.
เฮ้ย
He's super effective with
Yeah,
Oi!
spotted by the Prowler. This shots in some damage.
Oh,
Double catch
Ted.
by the headshot, but eventually will get run down.
โอ้โห
Overwhelmed, but this is just going to be a call for the teleporters. You have that alert forward from Sephiroth clearing out the A site. Kayak, however, deep and fast on this rotate, might go unexpected through showers.
Yeah, but look at
เพิ่ง
how
ดู
far
GG
Sephiroth
Cooking
is
เสร็จ
pushing in. You wanna
สนุก
make sure
มาก
that you
อ๋อไม่มีเลยครับผมช่วงนี้
The spike plant
มีแค่นั้นแหละครับผมไม่ได้ถ่ายเลยนะ
Sure. whether you'll find
ถ่ายงาน
contact
อะไรเลย
towards
ไม่
that
มีเลยนะ
face or not.
Pretty early commitment there on the Nightfall. Nothing going to be spotted over towards short as they now start scaling forward.
It's going to be tough to predict for Fnatic.
Bot gives him that audio confirmation. Actually does find a glimpse there on
Oi.
him quickly before that
หาย
smoke
ละ
has come down. Severe going to be taken out.
เหลือพิญญาเซปิลอด
With a 2v2, but Crashy striking at the perfect moment right before the Molly
Winnie
can come in.
Sampan
That's a
Cat.
window of opportunity now for Fnatic. As Crashies will get them over the line, get
ใน
on
ถ่าย
to
ใน
the
ถ่าย
fuse, and get Fnatic a
อร่อยครับ
second
ผม
round
โคตรอร่อย
win. This time, timeout
เห็นแล้ว
for
ต้องเอา
Tip&Trick here for them. As that is going to be a thrifty pickup.
ข้าวที่หูหอม
Yeah,
อ่ะ
desperately
สูตร
needed for
สูตร
Fnatic,
จอร์ดอ่ะ
and this
ข้าว
one's
ดี
gonna sting a little bit for Full Sense because I think they played the map beautifully. You had
เอา
that
ข้าวญี่ปุ่นมา
first
ทำ
work
ข้าวมันอ่ะ
over on the B side
แล้ว
with the
หอมๆหน่อย
Viper. You were able to get the rotate. You got slowed down just enough by Vekash, but during that you still had a backup plan with the better weapons over on A, and that was all well said and done. But they were slightly short on time without full clearance on back site. The plant isn't good, so then they
ไป
all
เล่นบอร์ด
separate
เกม
on
อ๋อ
this plan and just give these 1v1s.
ผมต้องรอ
They
จอร์ด
really
ทัวร์ครับ
should
ผ
have
ม
had that in the bag, and this might be what allows Fnatic to get back into this game.
They have themselves a decent little ult economy here. Pit immediately
ไม่น่า
advances
เสกบินเมื่อกี้เลยว่ะ
that
มัน
short
ดูแบบ
access at A.
เล่นเล่น
Orbital as well.
ยากไปหน่อยเมื่อกี้
Seekers.
เขาไม่ได้ฟูลบายด้วย
Kayak holding
แล้วไปกดอันติ
showers.
ด้วย
TP gonna be noted. Alpier
น่าจะคำนวณผิด
down, but Kayak striking does manage to find Genius. Takes out the enemy fade. As Thorns just keep him off a forward angle.
Yeah,
Stand
it's
in,
not
yup.
the end of the world
Stand in
for
11
Fnatic
hand
with
up.
this trade because they still have the op. So A side pretty much shut down. Pit and op.
EP
where Full Sense does
ไม่รู้
not
ดิ
want to deal with that.
ต้อง
I
ถามจอร์ดครับ
love what Crashes is
EP
doing
หน้า
here. Want to make sure if they've rotated or not. The thing is he's
เขาบอกว่าถ้า
Might just
ถ้า
catch
ชวน
himself
พี่
despite
พี่บาส
his
พี่
lucky
โคไปอีกรอบเดี๋ยว
stranded.
ให้ไปอีกรอบ
Oh no!
Backs away from the
อุ้ย
angle.
มิดทามมิ่งครับ แล้วแคทจี้แม่งไหลยาวเลยทีนี้
Here from Fnatic
The
ends up
false read.
being
แต่เอมเนติกน่าคิดว่าไป A นะ เนี่ยเห็น
everyone
ปะ
now shifting.
โรเทตไป A หมดละ
You had zero information about who.
อุ้ยอย่างงี้อย่างงี้ดีอย่างงี้ดี อย่างงี้ดีอยู่
A little silver lining, I suppose, that Sephiroth tries to open things up here
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that
yeah.
orbital strike, so at least you don't have to worry about that in the post plant. And now they send theirs to create a delay.
ดีเลยแพงไปหน่อย
Damage and kills they can possibly get.
อุ้ยชิบหายแล้วไม่มีคน
Back
ทู
into
กล้า
position to try to get a flood retake going. Crashies playing it forward, seeing the hand, seeing that
เฮ้ย
hand,
สวย
stunned up.
เอ้า
Not able to collect the kills. The Seeker's now going to be let loose.
They're
พอ
gonna
โด
look
น
for
ตัด
the TP.
Double TP going to be coming through. Sephiroth, however, still lurking forward, and I don't
Fast.
know if this is
เกี่ยวสักหนึ่ง
correct.
Fast.
If he clears
เกี่ยวสักหนึ่ง
this corner, he
เอา
will
ส
be
วย
able to find one. Severe going to be taken down, but already Fnatic very quickly closing in as the cash arriving sends out the snake bite.
ชิบหายแล้วกระดุมเจ็บปะน่ะ
And he's denied it. That's the round over.
โอ้
Oh, the lob in, Les. Looking for blood here on the back end. Takes a couple players down with him. The op not to be carried over, but Fnatic slink by with a round win.
I was about to say, Sephiroth cutting off one of the rotates actually slowed down Kayak as well. He kind of double guesses, double backs, and then says, no, we have to stop the defense. We've already committed, but that delays him just enough. But Vekash comes in clutch, understands that there's one win condition that's to stop the plan, and he doesn't take any chances, covers all the corners, and they're able to sneak by with another round win.
แต่มาก
Wow.
ถามเมาส์เลย
Two
ว่ะ
rounds dropped in a row. Still a very healthy lead here
Lead
for
time.
Full Sense. And they say, okay, we're getting a little bit too frazzled here, maybe a bit too chaotic. With some of the rotations around the map, let's try to commit
ไม่ต้อง
some
ตีเยอะๆว่ะ
playing this out according to the game plan. So they will go ahead and call their first time out of this map.
Yeah, this might be one of those situations where you're talking about should
8-4
you
อย่าง
have
น้อย
TP'd back, did we maybe overthink things? It's one of the biggest things that I think a lot of the lesser experienced teams, specifically those challengers teams, that even if you're the best in that region, when you start overthinking and trying to play quote unquote more correct Valorant, it's maybe not what you're used to, and then you lose track of timing, you get a little frazzled, maybe you're not covering each other on the angles as well as you normally do when you're death balling forward. So we'll have to find that balance here. I mean, to be very fair, that last round was more
ว่าไง
Vekash coming in clutch more than anything. We'll see what the adjustments are here for Full Sense as they start to run lower here on their credits towards the very end of the half.
Alpha once again going to try to make a TP play. Has that refract, snaps back across to the B side of the map. Meanwhile, Full Sense really clustered up inside of the smoke. Scored together there, all fast contact the Prowler, but Kayak to avoid those shots from Kadoom, from the Outlaw. Soupson finds the kill, and Potter meets his end in the hands of a judge.
Spike
Well,
down A.
that's a terrible place for the spike to drop.
Yeah. And it looks like, oh, okay, they're going to rewrap the showers at least and try to make a go of this. I was going to say, give
เรามาละ
a minute of banter. They're going to go for the save here.
Nah, you were brought up in SEA challengers. You keep going. You keep moving forward. You take those fights.
เรามาดูกันลิฟไทม์ฮะ
Members that will still be able to buy
จัดไปน้องสา
the next round.
Nice and slow now.
Not too much movement there.
When do you think players will stop
30
jumping
seconds
saturate towards?
อย่าต้อง8-4นะเว้ยอย่างน้อยอ่ะ
It's hard. It's
Man,
hard,
keep
by the way.
high.
It's a hard habit to break.
Oh,
but
it's going to take a while. I mean, it's any game where you can jump, players just like to jump.
True.
So it looks like it will just be the savior for these final two. And unless Vikash can get into line of
10
sight here,
seconds left.
potentially do something to take down Laz, but he's going to stop scaling forward quite as aggressively. Their own economy still very much in a recovery state here for Fnatic, but that is going to be them picking up a
มีตังค์
flawless
หู
round.
จนด้วย
Last round before the
ฟาดดรอปได้
Video live here for Fnatic and what looked like it was going to be full sense, perhaps, making another statement as some of their players did on Made in Thailand last year here at the SVL. Fnatic has put a stop to that and said, hold on, we still got a full best of 3 to get through.
Had to double check my notes. Yes, a Google Play flawless.
Well, yes, it was. Is it technically still a flawless though if you haven't caught everybody? I always forget.
I mean, 5 players survived. It didn't actually flash it on the board, so.
But it is.
But
It
I'll
was
give it to
flawless.
him.
They didn't take any flaws. That's true.
I also needed to just remind myself that when you work at different tournaments and there's different sponsors, sometimes it's tough to break. Okay, I was going to say break the stuff that you're used to in your routine, but Kayak going to be taken down. Backside kills Potter forward, able to find Severe. And this time the shorty
นี่
goes
พอตเตอร์ได้บ่อย
right
ว่ะวัน
through.
นี้
The site now
แดดไป
firmly
แดดไป
in
จับ
full sense, looking for that 8 and 4 half.
Oh, this wall's not getting the coverage that you want it to. Sure, they can't flood in, but they'll take full backside control, and maybe that's just the bait.
Crashies has been the brightest spot here for Fnatic. Quickly taken down. No reason not to play this one out, but into the stun, just swinging forward. Annihilation.
ไอ้เหี้ยดี
Now
จัด
finding the grab. He never pulled the trigger on an
ทำมา
alpha.
แน่เลยจังหวะ
He
นี้
never sent it out.
Man.
No
Waited patiently and is rewarded with his prey that will eventually die, and the corpse falls into a pit of fire. There's an actual Google Play flawless. This time for full sense as they lock up an 8 and 4 half.
I mean, what a poetic way to end the first half here
เหี้ย
for
แต่
full sense.
เจอลูกแป้งขโมยลาวรั่ว
You
เลย
sent the crazy shorty enough times, it's gonna get you the success. What a setup with the sonic sensors as well. I mean, this was a round where you're making full use of the composition that you brought forward here against Fnatic, and that puts them at 8-4, a very healthy lead.
A very healthy lead as you're also getting ready to go onto the defender's side, which oftentimes is going to be coming out ahead on Bind, and you're running double Sentinel.
Yep, and especially it's going to be that Vice and Deadlock, which I would argue is just as strong on that defense side.
เลวันทานติดธุระไปซ้อมกับชุดหลัก
So curious to see what Fnatic
อะไร
is
วะนะ
able to do.
ไม่ใช่ครับผม
Now,
นายไป
list,
ต่างประเทศครับผม
they have some options, especially with the waylay to kind of bait in and out some of that util.
ดุมดีครับ
Vice.
ฟอร์มดีอยู่
But again, you have to consider you don't have as much
ดีเลย
util
อะ
as you used to be
ดี
able
เล
to
ย
scout, break util, scout again. You don't have that cycle anymore.
เวเลโกงหรือสมดุล เวเลถ้าเล่นเป็นทีมโกง
Do we break this wall? Do we break this
จังหวะมันค่อนข้าง
run in or do we rotate? Everything
แก้ไม่ได้อะ
ahead of time here for Fnatic.
นึกออกปะมัน
Final
แต่
thoughts
ต้องมีความเป็น
here
ทีมอ่ะ
across the stage. We saw Coach Milan
ดุม
just
มาเป็น
a
แซน
moment
อิน
ago
ครับ
sharing a lot of his thoughts for Fnatic. Off the arrow. Once again, still seeming to be one of the more talkative ones on the Fnatic side. We saw the impact that he had during champs, kind of keeping that atmosphere up, keeping them going, and also sometimes just sharing his thoughts, no filter, just saying this is what I need or this is what I want. So
Yep.
that brings a change in the second half.
ก็คือสแตนด์อินมาชั่วคราว
To see, feels like Fnatic like they're gonna have to, get this one started here from the pistol. We don't have that much wiggle room if you drop that. Barring a thrifty win off the back. Alpha just pushing forward, met with
น้องกุ๊บกิ๊บสวัสดีครับ
on the net.
ชอบยูไอตัวนี้เหรอ
Max back out the safety,
เอ
but
อ
double push.
ดู
This very
ง่ายด้วย
forward angle in the showers, looking for the peak. Alpha seeming like he's ready and waiting for this, and does have the ghost in hand.
อุ้ยคมครับแรด
Shot on the last, but
ถอยเลย
Laz
ถอยเลย
gets
ได้
him
เปรียบ
right
แล้ว
back.
ถอยเลย
Wow. You don't
เลอะ
lose
ห้อง
every
น้ำ
day
หนึ่
with
ง
the
ตาย
ghost, but that's unfortunate. Now this gives info
แต่
for
ว่า
both
ช็อตไม่
sides.
มีคนดูนะ
Fnatic
น่า
now
จะ
knows that Full
ต้อง
Sense
ระวัง
made
หน่อย
the moves they expected them to push out of showers. That gives us the
โอ้
rest
แล้ว
of
เขา
the
ได้
set
พื้นที่ลึกจัดอะ
for now.
แล้วเดี๋ยวเวก้าเดินมาไม่เช็ค
Still
อุ้ย
here.
เอ้ยชิบหายแล้ว
Damage found, no snake bite available, but Catch will be able to find
อ้าว
swooping in around the back.
อม
Quick TP take and quick peek. And Sephiroth quickly finding a kill. Viper
สวยมาก
drop there as
ถอยหนึ่ง
Catch
อุ้ยฟาด
falls, and
เอาดี
Sephiroth, oh, he's going crazy. 3 pick up and now just
Yeah.
clashes with the classic in hand. Spike planted, but it's on the opposite side of the site.
Yeah, he wants to get out of here, but he's got to find a kill first.
Frantically hoping that somebody was going to come to peek him to get some damage done. It's a solid attempt there to find the kill, but the defuse will come through and full
ไหนขอลิงก์หน่อยน้อง
sense
สก้า
picking up where they left off in the first half. Now 9-4, favored to make it to double digits. As Fnatic, I don't think that they're typically going to be going for a force in this position.
Yeah, it's a little too early for that yet. We'll see if they go for something a little bit crazy here, given some of the changes that we've had. But Sephiroth, a madman, just going forward, slashing through those showers positions, getting that triple kill. And that completely solidifies the round for Full Sense now with both pistols. Talked about, okay, there is the Force Bucky. Seeing that a lot, especially on the Waylay, so shouldn't be too surprising. Oh, okay. And Fnatic just says, oh, well, whatever. We're just going to be able to move forward here with the Bucky.
Bucky does take quite a bit of damage. Alpha down to 30 there. Just some spam. Shots narrowly being avoided. Yeah. Tagged up and Sephiroth once again.
เอาสไปร์มาเอาสไปร์มาเสิร์ฟมันก็หวานเลยดิ
Patient on the angle. Eventually gets the catch.
I mean, they're covering each other so well. Every time someone covers an angle, everyone else just turns and covers their backs. This looks like the Full Sense I kind of expected to see at the beginning of Ascension. They look absolutely drilled in the firefights.
And it's another Google Play flawless. Going over to Full Sense. Closing out the first half and giving themselves a second here after the pistol.
แพทแชทคือใครอ่ะ
Damn clean. Solid shooting. Solid reads here from Full Sense.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to shut this team down at this tournament with just, you know, pure aim, anything like that. No mechanic diff here. It's going to have to be about how you
แต่ว่า
make
จริ
them
ง
a
นะ
bit more flustered, a little bit more
ถือว่า
on the
ตัดสิน
map.
ใจถูกนะ
Those are the
เอา
four
พิญ
rounds
ญา
that Fnatic was able to get.
มา
Full Sense taking orb control so early as well. They're taking both orbs
ฟอร์มดีขึ้นเรื่อยๆจริ
and
ง
on their bonus. Just
มีช่วงหนึ่งที่กลับมาตอนแรกอ่ะ แล้วฟอร์มไม่ค่อยดีคนบ่นกันอ่ะแล้วคิวกลับแล้วคิวมาแทนจำได้ปะ
Early advantage to Fnatic to try to stop another
เสร็จเหมือน
bonus conversion from coming through.
เขาพาพิญญาไปเข้าคอร์สกัน ยิง
there for Full Sense.
เดสแมท
That death.
วันละเท่านี้ต้องกดแรงวันละเท่านี้อะไรเงี้ยกลับมาคนเปลี่ยนร่างเลย
Trying to get ahead of Fnatic's movement. Now it's not going to pay off. We can see that on the minimap. Fnatic having an inkling that there's
อ๋อ
no reach.
สลิกกี้
Something's a
โอ
little
เค
bit off.
Pushing now in towards Potter, who's able to find that second shot.
ยังไม่น่าชมเลย
Managed
ว่ะ
to slide away without eating any damage here, but crucially, the damage dealt, healed up here by Crashies.
ไม่ใช่น้อยเล็บ
Kayak
ไม่น่า
back
ใช่
to
นะ
100, just loses that on the armor.
Old position by Potter.
Push coming through. That
Good
does
pot.
hit. Alpha going to be
Oh.
taken low, and Potter is actually able to just draw down the ghost upon Kayak. Thriving in the chaos, the catch now
สวย
to try to
เฮียนี่มันสับขาหลอกนี่หว่าช็อตนี้
That's a 3v3.
takes him down with the Bulldog, now upgrades to that Vandal. Sephiroth will go ahead and collect the other rifle as the plant comes in from Fnatic.
Healing over out of healing.
Out of healing, Alpha here only up to 20.
3-3
Stiff freeze
ครับ
will take him down. He's
โห
trying to stay
ต้อง
stacked on this angle just
ต้อง
outside
เอา
the
ไป
lamp.
เยอะก่อน
His backup has
ส
fallen
วย
away from him. Severe on the repeak will be able to answer it back and bring it to a 2v2.
Crashy's still staying far out of the sight. They haven't found him.
ตัวนี้
just
ไม่
yet.
โหด
They're
ตัวนี้ไม่
worried
โห
about
ด
it.
Doom jumping over the top. Crashy's finding the first, spotting the second. Sephiroth
ตัวนี้
now
โหดอะดิ
to try to make it happen. Already a pretty decent bonus, but won't be able to find the conversion this time around. 3K from Severe, and that's going to be Fnatic starting things off here for themselves in the second half.
Full sense might have overthought it a little bit. I can't blame them.
หมายถึง
though.
บีมหมายถึง
They
บีม
went for the re-rotate through the teleport to go back to A site. They purposely only sent the sky. That was a brilliant move, by the way. They
ใช้
only
ที่
sent
มัน
the
คมอยู่
sky
แล้ว
to
เดี๋ยว
see
ผ
if
ม
it'll bait Fnatic to take another TP rotate back to B. Fnatic doesn't. They stick the plant, and that allows Fnatic to get into a good post plant. That's full sense on the back foot just a little bit. Of course, still healthily in the lead. 4 members with double-digit frags already on full sense.
Ash riding the fence line, trying to see if he can spot anything out.
อย่านะ
Potter, though, not playing wide enough on the angle, not looking to drift across over towards the teleporter, so not giving him that opportunity to collect a relative freebie. Smoke will now fall away.
เห็นละ
Looks like both have spotted plenty. This
โอ้
orbital
กล่าว
strike
ตายอ่ะ
very aggressive here by Sephiroth, trying to stop it. Full scale send forward in towards
อุ้ย
Hookah.
โอ้พอด
Potter gets caught out wide here. That'd be
ทำไม
long,
อ่ะ
so another early advantage
แล้ว
for
คนน้อย
Fnatic.
กว่าพิยาต้องออกมาซ่อมครับแล้วพิยายังไง
Tag down to 4, has to
โอ้โห
try to make an exit. Crashies. Keep him protected, keep him alive. Now heal him right back up the full.
Yeah, now they're going for the rotate where they believe it'll be weaker.
เชี่ย
with
แฟ
the
น
backup.
ทอมมาดิ
Only thing is there's a lot of traps, but it won't
ชิป
matter.
หายแล้ววะ
They're all deactivated now. Laz gets taken down, some thorns out to try to delay, but nothing more to be done. Kadoom and Sephiroth likely just going to be staying on that far side of the map and trying to hold on to these weapons.
Waiting for full clearance as well, not taking any chances here for Fnatic. Very, very well played.
ต้องเซฟเลยครับ
Full sense they try to go for
เป็น
that
เรื่อง
six
แล้ว
combo
อย่างงี้
with the orbital strike as we see the lurkers.
โอ้โห timing
tonight.
Yep, just passing by. Don't mind me.
ทามิ่งอะไรวะเนี่ย
But they realize Full Sense kind of wants to push out of B, really force Fnatic into A. So they just wait, bait out a couple of these fights, get one pick.
ช็อตไหนช็อตหน้าฮุกก้าเหรอช็อตหน้าฮุกก้าก็คือมันเหลือ 4 คนแล้วไง ถ้ารอมันก็โดนกดดันนะครับ
Even if the trap
ต้องออกมาหาทำ
it's going to be the weaker side.
ถ้าโดนชนะก็กลับมา 4-4 ก็กลับมาสู่เกม
There's a swing out, but shots go a little bit wide.
หุ้ย
Back away, Sephiroth on the opposite side, however, will be able to find Severe, but Alpha perfectly poised, gets the punish here on the Vice. Fnatic continue to try to claw this one back. 4 rounds separating. Full Sense still in a very good position, but this could snowball out of their control very quickly.
Yeah, you're going to want to need to show something really good in this next round, regardless of where your economy is at, because otherwise it's going to need a timeout. Because like you said, the numbers, sure, you're 4 rounds still in the lead, but you're still also 3 rounds away from... True. True. Won't argue with that.
อัลฟาหนักจริงวันนี้
Oh, Alpha.
Get brutalized in a game and then get 1 kill. You're like, here we go. The floodgates have opened.
Never change. Never change, Alpha.
เฮ้ย
Oh.
พัด
Sephiroth.
ผม
You just can't expect that for a Brimstone to be out that far.
เนี่ย
Point to the full play. Kayak, though, here into the back. Sephiroth. Kicks
Yeah,
over towards
she
short.
high,
He's able to
lah.
find Crashies, but Fnatic have opened up a potential rotate.
ไอ้เชี่ยแม่งตื่นแล้ววะ
Cash breaks through this B site, but 2 players remaining now here in the spawn. Just the sheriff in
ไอ้เชี่ย
hand
จักรมันตื่นแล้วดิ
as far as the firepower is concerned.
เดี๋ยวน้อง
It's
น้อง
really
ปั๊ม
trying to
โอ้โห
go this in a thrifty fashion. Looks a bit difficult as
จดเลย
the show's
โอ้
over. It will collect them both.
จดรหัสเลยครับผม
Potter away with that
จดไว้
refract.
หน้าคอมเลยฮะ เอาปากกามาเขียนฮะ
Goes ahead, denies the thrifty, stems the bleeding. Fnatic are now 3 away.
ไอ้เชี่ยมันตื่นแล้วทุกคน
That's one of those rounds when you really think about it. Potter just eating the showstopper would have actually created the trade, but the habit to just try to stay alive, you think you can get away with a refract, it actually leads to that double kill. But overall, I mean, Alpha says he's back, but everybody's back in this round for Fnatic. Nice and clean aim, and good backup as well.
It's okay, bro.
ไอ้เชี่ยมันตื่นจริง ดูวันนี้เมื่อกี้เรา
The hands of Potter.
อีโค
Boombot does get cleared out. Just trying to keep him protected and keep him on these angles here, trying to utilize that operator, but Fnatic playing away from it. Which everybody clustered up over towards this B side of the map. Its presence now going to be spotted here inside of Hookah. Scaling forward, snake bite to check the corner. Sephiroth to set up the molly here for
Ui.
the drop. Quick little crack back.
Oh,
One
shit,
crack
hại
comes
ละ
away with two as Sephiroth gets
ได้หนึ่ง
take it down. Annihilation
โอ้
goes
เขา
through, but
โอ้
they're
เขาอยู่กันเยอะดิ
very easily able to go ahead
ถ้า
and
เมื่อกี้
spam
จับได้
them
ต้อ
out.
งทำเลยอ่ะ
So 3v4, but the attempt at the retake was still the up and hand for Potter.
Yeah, you gotta
เป็นอยู่ครับ
contest.
ส
If
ปิ
you
ด
get an early pick, sure, but otherwise, okay, well,
ผม
there
ครับ
it is. There's the pick.
Finds the one. Kayak dead, but
Gun here.
I've loved for it to have been the Brimstone. That orbital strike is available for it. Sivir is dash into the back.
สวย
Going to be dealt with. Laz able to find one, but now
โหยากเลย
himself all
ยาก
alone
เลยเจออย่างงี้
and dead to Alpha. He said he was back in the previous round. Picks up 3 here. It's looking to be maybe a bit more of the truth.
Doubles his kills here on the scoreboard. Now up to 6 here for Alpha. We've got the Seekers eating some of the bullets, shielding it for crashes as he gets the double on the entry as well. But overall, a clean execute. Fnatic looking a lot more like themselves in this round.
Let's go. Good round, Alpha. Let's go.
ใกล้เลยใกล้เข้ามาเรื่อยๆว่ะ
Trying to get the atmosphere.
ใกล้เข้ามาทุกที
Last time out of this game in regulation. Full sense
เฮีย
pulling out that second card.
อ๋อเอ้ยเราก็มีจัดเหมือนกันเฮ้ยพี่เข้าห้องน้ำมันปวดฉี่จัดเลยเดี๋ยวรีบวิ่งเข้ามา
See what kind of buy they can really piece together. Keep the closest eye on it, but obviously, you know, given the investments, the operator in play there, the money is not going to be in a good state at all.
No, it's going to be a little bit of a rough one now. Obviously, they do have the full losing streak, so they can scrape together something they want. Even if it's not fully, they should at least be able to get a couple stingers, maybe a bucky here and there.
See some half armor rifle purchases, perhaps, you know,
Yep.
Guardian half armor, but you open yourselves up to a potential outlaw in the hands of Fnatic. Let's see what they have. As timeout has ended. No more intervention here from the coaches, and it looks like okay, they're going to play this out a bit more quietly. So one Guardian, they're in the hands of Laz. Everybody else just going for the sheriffs. No armor behind this.
I don't mind it. It's kind of become a new trend with some of the teams, especially actually Fnatic, notably doing this during Champions, where you always give yourself at least one chance, some type of a hero rifle, just to see if you can have one of your star players break through. Yeah, it looks like the timer has stopped, so we'll have to wait to see what's going on. And it sounds like I can hear the Korean caster saying it seems like something was disconnected, but quickly replugged back in, so I think there will just be a quick check, hopefully.
It's not on our side of the stage, so something that maybe happened over across, but
You know what, maybe it's the Korean casters. Maybe they unplugged something and they have to replug it in.
and they're just stopping the whole
Yeah, let's
the whole
just blame
production.
them.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, let's
I'm
just
fine
blame
with
them.
Usually we're like you know, on the English casting side, we're the ones who get blamed
That's
when
true.
there's long days, when there's tech issues.
Yeah.
I remember when we had Atlas of the LCK now come over and join OGN. Caster Chun, legendary commentator, Korean hype man, as some will know him. He hated when Atlas was working. Because that meant that I wasn't there, and I always brought him fast days and no tech issues. And Atlas always brought him consistently long days, long matches, and a slew of problems.
I mean, that's understandable for Caster Chin. I'd feel the same way.
Oh, well. Tough way to try to start off a thrifty here, but it's not the hero rifle in hand. Sephiroth trying to get that last little bit of charge over towards that orbital strike. Instead, we'll just gain one in death, so the opinion out, finding himself alone here on the site. Plenty of noise being made now by Fnatic, who don't really have to show too much respect here as they try to take some space forward onto the side. A bit of a spot out, some damage on a Kadoom, but still not going to be found.
โอ้
Not quite yet.
Yeah, just trying to fish for something. Alpha here. Don't want to go too far here.
Taking points. Accurate, however, going to be connecting, and Vikash does join in over at Lab. It's into the elbow as, just misses the opportunity while the back was turned. Kayak is there to cover. They line up for him, but the kill's not going to be found.
ที่มันมี six sense เหรอวะใครมันกับเปกาซิสบอกวะ
Fnatic, who are one round away from tying this up.
จะตายอยู่
Come
แล้ว
a long way, 5 rounds in a row here in the second half to try to claw themselves back in. And now they're right at the very,
ตื่นจริ
very
ง
edge of the cliff, ready to lift themselves on to solid ground. What an incredible opening shot here from Kayak. And this is where we realize the confidence is fully back. Alpha just full trust in Vikash to help cover him. reactions are back as well. In full sense, they might have just missed their chance, honestly, to try to run away with this map.
Starting to feel that way. Convergent path going to be sent. Potter trying to send out his in desperation.
คนมาแทนขึ้นเหรอ นี่ไงเวก้าเนี่ยครับผม
1 for 1 as Potter gets traded out for Kayak.
เวก้านี่แหละแทนขึ้นมาแล้วครับ
Able to find the kill here. Crash, he's dead on the entry over towards Hookah, I believe. Yeah.
แล้วตัวลั่นตายเอเนติก
Box and with Alpha tagged down
จากกับแคชชี่ไปละ
Full sense in a very good position to
ถึ
try
ง
to
เวลานับต่อ
and maintain the lead.
A messy start. Oh, full sense. Stabilize and again, look at that A
อ่ะ
side.
เมื่อกี้มีคนลุ้นสูงอยู่นี่ รูปปากก็ได้อย่างเงี้ย อย่านะพิญญา เอาข่าวพอ
Don't get both sides of the site.
Clear some of the util. The wall well popped. Seems like this is going to be Fnatic just with a bit of a pump fake, make some presence, clear out these traps.
ห้ามพลาดครับจอดนี้ถ้าพลาดนี่เพื่อนเล่นยากจัด
They have a
30
pit.
seconds left.
If a cash can win.
Hold on the angle.
เฮีย
Gets it done.
แล้วบีไม่มีคนเสียไซส์เลยวะเนี่ย
Full sense. Line share of them getting the correct read.
โอ้ชิบหายแล้วมีดีเลย์แพนอยู่ครับ มีดีเลย์แพนอยู่
As the pit going to be invested, the orbital strike there to try to delay, but
Oi.
out here pushing forward, shorty in hand, Kadoom going to be taken down.
โอ้ my god
This steel garden look like it's not going to matter too much.
What in the world?
Huh?
เฮ้ย
I mean, I don't even know which wall he broke through on that
But
one.
it doesn't even matter. He gets a crazy kill, sure.
Doing a thing.
The Fnatic just cleaned it up. 2 players surviving, economy bubbled out of control
Oh.
here for Fnatic. And now they tie it.
Jeez, I mean, brilliant effort from Full Sense to try to hold on to this, using 2 ults to counteract the initial. Ooh, trace the
เฮ้ย
refresh. That's how he gets it. It's a nice clean shot.
I want to see Laz's kill,
One
but we're not
enemy
going to.
Yeah, we're not gonna see it. I think it just clips to the corner of that doorway there, and he
Yeah.
gets the kill. But
kill me like that, bro?
exactly.
We're wondering the same thing, my friend.
Oh, well, Fnatic either way, they're happy to tie things up. 10-10 now with an econ lead. Look at the double outlaws looking to do immense snowball econ damage.
Frack set up, Alpha on this peak. Might be able to deal some devastating damage, but splits the difference, sends a shot right in between 2 players.
เชี่ยแม่งตื่นกันหมดแล้ววะ
Back away.
Yeah, still holds that angle though. Good old Alpha, and also just knowing that if you give that up for free, that's map space given over to Full Sense. Won't re-clear it. He doesn't want to take the chance. It's too many members that he saw. And that does leave Fnatic with a bit of a question mark on the A side of the map.
เฮ้ย โอ้โห เราพูดจาอะไรให้มันดีๆหน่อยครับผม
One
Sees
vandal.
at the ready here towards Garden. Slaz gets a good amount of damage there from the paint shell.
ซัดเลย
Getting the
ส
catch
วย
up on Potter on the peak.
ผม
Finding himself a second shot as Vikash
นี่แหละ
is
มัน
taken
โดน
down
อี
this
โคบ้าง
time.
เว้ย
He's very well aware of how he
แล้ว
died.
บอมตกข้างในด้วย
As
Wall
the
pit
barrier
ซะ
mesh goes up, locking out here for the moment. Has to clear this mesh, but it's running so desperately low on bullets at this point.
เจ็บ
Alpha on this flank has been noted. Saturate will connect, but he's one
นี่ไง
shot. It's a headshot that Kadoom
กระดู
didn't
บอก
even need.
สโลไม่มีผล
Full sense. Open the door wide enough for
10
Fnatic
seconds
to run all the way back and tie this up. Then they look to reestablish this lead for themselves.
นี่
as
ไง
Nothing
ไง
is going to be carried forward. A thrifty to be found. As it's now 11-10.
Yeah, I mean, the triple hold on Showers, it all starts there. Alpha's not able to secure that space. He has to back off, leave a big question mark, and then Full Sense just makes the call and says, hey, let's just go for it. Let's just double down, get everybody stacked up over on the B side. The Saturate really ruins any sort of crossfire that could have had. Nice clean shots from, I mean, really everybody, although we were watching Potter's POV there. And then it's just headshot after headshot. Full Sense able to get the lead once again.
เฮ้ย มาดิ
I'm asking myself, are we going to get overtime on the very first match here on the
Yeah.
first day of the SVL? Certainly is
เรียบร้อยครับ
possible. Trap set up here on a kayak, but
เรียบร้อยครับ
behind fast enough, but it looks
เจอ
like
ค่ายกล
Flash
ฮะ
just plays the corner and gets the wall bang shots, and kayak gets obliterated. Peek in, however, and Vikash
อืม
similar to the surprise that we saw from Kadoom. They were on the attacker side, brings this up into play, catches them off guard. And that is a full rotate. And Orbital used it here inside. Potter's trying to escape, and he just can't do it.
I love that.
Brilliant setup.
Yeah, they don't take any chances there. They still keep in mind they don't want to have to deal with that. You know, just something that you have to think about in the back of your head. Heck will dwindle the numbers. Another reclear.
คิดว่าเช็คป่ะทุกคนคิดว่าเช็คป่ะ
He's slotted forward just here outside.
ที่มันต้องเช็คกันดิ
He's not hugging the wall per se.
หืม
And while he will get a
ไอ้เชี่ยเวนดอลเหลือ
cannot find the
Gal.
kill.
9
Here
HP.
just hits him straight up. So he survives with 9.
30
And now-
seconds left.
You've got this operator slinging around the back of elbow, ready to go on the peak, ready to cut him
Yeah.
down, but Laz is a little bit faster there with the shot, finds the
ไม่มีอัน
kill.
ติอยู่นะ
And I mean, you have an annihilation available. The 2v3 perhaps, if you can find one.
Yeah, but if you're going to use it, the big question is do you send it into hook or do you send it towards main? Both of the angles not
นี่แต่มันยากว่ะ
ideal here from
เรา
the
ไม่
middle
มี
of the site.
แบบคอนโทรลเลอร์แล้วอะ
Was being made, full flash connecting. Kadoom tucking back there into the tube. Laz going to be spotted in the net, going in, but Alpha now out from Hookah, able to find one. Laz fights back for a third kill in the round, but cannot stop Fnatic from winning it. 11 to 11. We are
ก็ได้
tied
ครับ
up
ผม
once more.
มันก็มี
Yeah,
มันไม่
tied
ใช่
up
ไม่มี
once
ทีม
more,
เล่น
but
2
we
คน
should keep in mind that Fnatic have yet
ตั้งแต่
to
ชมมา
actually
ปิญญาก็หลุด
take
เลย
the lead in this map. So full sense, you know, inches forward once more.
ไอ้นั่นมันรู้ว่าดิ
Tries to hold on to
ไอเบก้ามันมาเล่นดีฟอลต์บีลองทุกวินมันรู้ว่าพิญญาเล่นไงอะ
take the lead when it matters most to get to
แม่งเลย
that
เอาสไน
point.
มาเอาคืนเลยรอบนี้
Because if full sense gets there, they've known how to keep up the momentum at multiple parts of this map.
Nice. Let's go. Good kills.
แต่มันเล่นยากครับ
Annihilation still gonna
ไอ
be there.
อยู่บีคนเดียวอะคือมันจะเล่นรับลึกเลยแบบอยู่เอโบเลยมันก็
Fnatic, that
เพื่อน
offer
มันก็เสียเปรียบนึกออกปะ
obtained.
มันต้องเล่นเอาข่าวครับไม่งั้นโพซิชันในแบบมันเสียเปรียบอะก็ต้องมาเล่นแบบเอาข่าวบีลองกระโดดเช็คอยู่ใกล้บ้างอะไรเงี้ย
Backside showstopper. Oh, kinda hits
ก็
his head
ก็
there
ยากอยู่
on the ceiling. Potter snipes him out of the sky. 2 kills gonna
ถ้า
be
ไม่
found
ทำ
out
เพื่อน
in
ก็
the
เล่น
back.
ยาก
You're able to find it
พอ
at
ทำโด
the
น
same
ตัด
time.
ก็
It's a 3v3.
ทำไม่ได้ก็ลำบาก
Starts to settle. Spear starts continuing scaling forward. A grab here.
2-2
Crashes, and this time there is no clear, no hope. He will be taken down.
Okay, but do they know about Severe? They do, but
They do now, but there's nothing really that they can do about it, it would seem, until Kadoom was able to finally.
มาแล้วผมช็อตนี้
Gonna be dropped here at elbow. The operator still.
ขอบพิสูจน์ตัวเอง
Go for a swap, but it'll make noise. Revealing his position here to Kadoom, but seems like Kadoom's got a pretty good idea about it all the same.
อาจจะมีสัญญาเข้าได้ครับช็อตนี้ละครับ
Hold from there.
yeah,
Because now, if you're Vikash, you could just
run.
you could absolutely just run and work your way across the A. It looks like that's what he wants to do, but it's gonna slow.
เดวิก้ามันเอาสไปร์ไปแล้วดุม
Start
อุ้ย
to go forward.
Ay.
Kadoom catching a glimpse. Just looking to chase in behind him, get as close as he possibly can before he has to cut the noise.
โอ้โหแล้วตัวสุดท้ายไม่เป็นสไนวางบอมไง
Spike planted.
Back now, yeah.
อุ๊ยได้ยินนะน่ะ
At this. Trying to play forward. The jump peek, the shoulder out. Vikash gets it done. You said it. Not throughout this whole map until this
Match
moment.
point.
A Fnatic been in the lead as they look to steal this map away.
Just right from the clutches of Full Sense. It really looked like Full Sense was going to be able to shut things down the way Alpha not able to get through, bumps his head on the initial entry. That messes up the tempo.
ไม่ทายว่ะ
But it's Vikash holding on to that operator. We don't have Boaster up on the Astra, but we got Vikash up on the Viper here on attack.
Kadoom now, just a judge, hoping that somebody's going to go pushing in towards Lamps. Potter! Woo-hoo-hoo!
He's a
ว้าว
wizard. There's no other way to put it.
That
Huh?
was dark magic, what he just did there. Wow,
So
Alpha
wait.
able to set one up
ดีเทรด
for
ได้อยู่
himself. Saturate connecting, Sephiroth's going to be taken out of the equation here for Full Sense, but it's still a player advantage.
เฮ้ยฟิวกลับมาก่อนฟิว
As they look to take
ไปไหนอะ
it into overtime. Kadoom getting chased, the Trailblazer there, gets a connection.
นี่อ่ะ
Kadoom says,
นี่อ่ะ
oh, my gun's a
เกีย
little
กระบอก
bit
เล็ก
bigger
จะ
than
มาเล่นกับ
yours
กระบอก
is.
ใหญ่เหรอ
Got a hell of a lot more shells loaded in this
กระ
thing
บอกเล็ก
as
จะมา
well.
เล่นกับกระบอกใหญ่ก็โดนเลยดิ
4v2, 2v4 in Fnatic's POV where they have to take the initiative to plant the spike with nowhere to go, really.
Virgin pass at the
Hey.
ready. Crash. He's taking the first step, taking another. Kadoom and Lance both gone.
Yeah, but this is just to buy time for Opinia.
He's in position.
Spike
รู้
planted.
แล้วอยู่ที่
Consider going
2-3
for
2 คน
another quick peek into the Guardian shot, trying to get it through the corner of the wall, but City just swings out! And Fnatic get it done! Crashy's
ไอ้เหี้ย
going
แม่ง
crazy
เสือก
at
เหลือ
the
แคช
end!
ชี่
Gets him the 2v4 conversion!
Oh my god
Fnatic take
ใน
the
ถ่ายครับผม
opening map of Bind 13-11.
What a crazy way. Why bother winning the first half when you can just
คือ
win
เมื่อ
the
กี้
rounds that matter the most
พอ
near the
พอ
end
ยิงล่ออะ
with
พอ
a
ตัว
13-11
ทาวเวอร์ยิงล่อไม่ออกใช่ปะ
comeback. And
สิ่ง
then
ที่
you
เกิด
said
ขึ้น
it,
อะ
if Crashies doesn't
แม่ง
get
รู้
that
เลยว่า
double, while Severe is
ฟูเซ
slowed
กำลังทำอะไร
down, injured by the ultimate, it's all over, but when you need him most, he's got you back.
Brutality here from Fnatic, but with the Yoru, despite some of the changes and nerfs,
Yeah.
as some would call it, as most would call it,
Yeah.
it's pretty much been nerfs, but still can be a very strong agent in their own right.
Interesting question. Oh boy, that had to have been made live. Well. Let's see if he'll be eating his pie this map or not. He's on the raise now.
Did Boaster like flat out pie at Red Bull? Is that a thing that happened?
I can't
คือวิท
remember
มันเสริม
actually.
ทีมแบบมันต้องประสบความสำเร็จแล้วนะ
Might have.
So his
Maybe
favorite
about-
pie might not be here.
Powered by Super.
It's a little under the weather at the moment. So of course we're wishing him a nice little recovery and some good and well-deserved
แต่วิท
rest.
วิทปีนี้น่าลุ้นจัด
And,
น่าลุ้นจริง
yeah, I mean, it took a little
ส่วน
while
ฮิ
to
เล
get
ติก
the
พี่
gears
ก็
turning, but
เหมือนเดิมครับผม
clearly
ปีนี้
capable without
ลุ้นไม่ขึ้น
continues to guide them. Found their footing. We'll see
แม่ง
if they
เสริม
can have a
คัม
bit of
แบ็ก
a
มา
hot
ผมปวด
start
หัว
here,
เลย
working
เฮีย
in full sense, getting the ball rolling nice and early. Laz bringing out the ciphers. Something else that obviously had undergone some changes here. The way that the trips get their reveals out. As chaos starts to ensue here on
ปิ
the
งยาครับ
site. Some damage going to be suffered here
โห
by
โดดเดียวจะจัด
Tuck
อยู่ใน
back
เอคนเดียว
elbow. This Prowler going out. Big deep chase over onto him as the
Oh.
ground comes in. It's going to be 2 quick kills found here for Fnatic.
แม่งโดนบีบจนแบบ
There's just no way that you were getting out
ไม่
of
ได้
that
เล่นอะ
site if you're Opinia.
จุกจิกไปหมด
Everything set up for Fnatic. They took full control of Heaven as well, and now the backup a little bit too late.
Spike
3-man
planted.
squad for full sense. They are all grouped up at the very least. Try to go for some trades on this contact.
Crashies holding the line, finding Kadoom. Kayak going to be taken down Sephiroth. He was able to find one, but it's going to be a 2v4. Now a 2v3. For a little bit more, and
เฮ้ยเอาว่ะ
Sephiroth is doing it all.
เอหรือเปล่าครับผมสปิลอต
Cash now gone.
One
Severe
enemy
down to
remaining.
40, but good little double up here on the angle. And Fnatic go ahead and take the opening pistol.
มินิบูคิดว่าออกเองนะ มันแบบเหมือน
Yeah,
อยา
I
ก
like that Fnatic. You
หา
know,
ความ
the
ท้า
duo
ทายใหม่
that's left behind just says, okay, we gotta chill. We gotta remember that these guys are aimers. That we don't want to just give them these quick little fights. But overall, a very quick strike onto the site, and this is something that is a little bit concerning here because you're expecting the Cypher to fill in that role of not just a little bit extra info, but to delay. Of course,
กลับครับ นายกลับครับกระดุมแซนอินนะ
on that delay with his tripwires.
Get 'em stand in.
Nerfed a bit in the power that they have. So we'll see if they can ever really stop Fnatic. They just so choose to barrel through.
Speaking of barrels, Sephiroth, he's got 2 of them, as does
ไม่ค่อยชอบ
Potter
คัมแบ็ก
here,
ครับ
but
ผม
Kayak
ไม่โห
as
ดอะ
Marshall gets the 1 tap before that trigger can get pulled. Cycling another smoke once again, pushing forward here. Shoulder to shoulder with Alpha, just a box separating.
สองหน่อยไปละเยอะ
Yeah, I mean, the smoke is just a little too oddly, conveniently placed here for Alpha to even care to want to explore. Meanwhile, on the other side, you got Kayak just getting full control of A site. So Fnatic really don't have to overthink this at all.
เฮ้ย
Oh, well, Alpha. A little round of applause there. Got some damage through, but that kill.
เฮียอะไรวะน่ะ
It's a neat little trick, though, for full sense, just to make sure they get at least a kill. Unfortunately, no weapon picked up.
เสียทรงเลยอะ
Even with not seeing anything else in the back of that, just the raise alone
เอาพเยอะกูเสียทรงเลยช็อตนี้
led them to lingering around that B site. So now free take, free plant. Kayak spot on this deep angle, but no, yep. We're gonna say no need to pull off this one. Just finds a timing shot. Here's the footsteps. The bound forward avoids the lion's share of those shorty shots. Push back in, Kayak once again.
นี่อ่ะ
The Able to find himself another elimination, and Sephiroth can take it down.
ขออีกสักกระบอก
For the Yoru.
ตัดอีกสักกระบอกหนึ่ง
Now remaining, and it seems like Full Sense more than happy to sit back and die to the spike.
Yeah, they won't be taking any big risks anymore. You got a Marshall.
You do have this.
ถ้าตัด2มันตามโควต้าเขาดิขออีกสักกระบอก
But little does he know.
กระดุมแซนอิงครับผม นี่ไง2เลยแล้วปะล่ะ
Down crashes, however, dialed in. ADS with the
Okay,
Bulldog. Looking for that final player, but Laz won't give him the opportunity. Goes down to the spike, 2 surviving. Decent damage in the end here from the side of Full Sense. Does cost them a little bit of weaponry, but Fnatic's still going to be in a good position economically.
Yeah, they won't be getting some crazy powerful bonus, I don't think, unless they really want to pull together all the creds that they just gained. But otherwise, both sides pretty okay with how that round went. Fnatic, of course, securing that plant creds as well. So overall, smooth sailing. But once again,
Let's go.
just a stark reminder about how sharp these guys can be on Full Sense now that they're coming in with full rifles.
3 charges away from having that dimensional drift online. And Sephiroth maybe trying to fake TPing across in the garage, so Alpha does have to give that a consideration here for a moment. Meanwhile, Kadum, quick little spot out, and Kayak going to be taken down.
Just noise made on both sides on mid here, so Fnatic, they've got a lot of question marks they have to clear.
She's still scaling forward. Potter just waiting for an opportunity, maybe to try to push out of this nebula, but opts to back away.
เสียกลางฮะแต่อย่างน้อยได้เปรียบตัวผู้เล่นอยู่อุ้ย
Swing in and Sephiroth loses his head. Alfier applying that paint shell, trying to intercept any push coming through from B, but once again, it's Alpha getting spotted on B. Interest being retained there by Full Sense.
Exactly.
As they look for this attack onto A.
That's the immediate call where they pivot. They say Alpha's drawn their attention long enough. The A site will be weaker. And you even get the kill from Severe here.
หายละ
Better position in the post plant.
โบนัสราว
Laz missing that swing out. Now they have it doubled up here on the angle. No open hell. And that's going to have to be a save, you would suspect. But they're going to try to play this one out. Kadum will be able to peel back another kill. Severe can take it down. But time is just away from him. Alfier's in around the back, ready to get this elimination.
ถ้าจะลำบากตอนนี้
Put him down nice
ปีใหม่วันนี้ผม
Fnatic just playing with him here on split.
เลวันทานปีหน้า
The classic
โคตรน่าติด
raise
ตาม
lurk to draw the attention on the other side of the map. It's effective when it's Alpha here. Not only gets a frag, but he draws so much command.
แต่อันนี้น่าจะเป็นหลายอย่างที่อยากแบบหลายคอมที่หลายๆคนอยากเห็นนะเนี่ย
Just like, I think I should play Raze.
2 ดูเอล
In all honesty, it might solve some of the potential role issues that I see with that roster. So, hey, he used to be an amazing Raze back on Crazy Raccoon.
Hey, Buzz has played smokes.
True. It's all coming together. Well, Fnatic looking to pretty much get up to 4-0 here, given the buy situation on Full Sense. Just a lone bucky with 4 sheriffs.
Now you've got that Cosmic Divide available here for Severe. As Alpha will be able to find the one. Soft kill from Sephiroth, but
อัลฟาเยอร์นี่แม่งเป็นเลิกที่แบบ เลิกหาทำอ่ะ
go for a play to get the weapon at least for now. Could grab it.
เพื่อนยังไม่ทำเลยนี่
Attack onto A. Looks like it's getting ready to start. So could go to garage and then TP across.
Yeah, honestly, okay, now with everything kind of falling apart on A, I would love to see them just go forward and grab that weapon on B. You could save it.
Starting to go for it. Man, Kayak. Snappy here with the outlaw. Laz playing this patiently, finds one, looks for the second. Hair off and finds the headshot. Cash survives. Plant will come through.
แค่ที่วายมีอันติ
Make the decision whether or not he wants to try to deal
โอ้โหแล้ววินหน้ามีทั้ง
or just hold on to the weapon. I think it's going to be the
Spike
latter.
planted.
Yeah, again, you have the choice.
ชิป
Once you
หาย
picked
แล้ว
up
ครับ
that weapon, so that's why I love to see it. I'm glad you called that out. So Sephiroth,
อันตี4ด้วยนะ
if there's anyone a
เล
little
ส
bit
เก็บ
too far away
มี
from
โชว์ซัปเปอร์
their teammates, but otherwise, there's no real need to go for this at this point. The probability is
โอ้
so
เห็น
low.
ภาพเลยว่ะ
But now, of course, if you can take away all 3, well, not even a single one.
Solid little read, good understanding. The 4-0
Yun ang baka
start
ba?
now for Fnatic. Full Sense. When do they want to go ahead and call in for a timeout?
Yeah,
Seems
curious.
Like maybe they're going to give it at least one more round, it would seem.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. You know, you just haven't, and it turns into a 4-0 when you've given up the bonus. It's kind of hard to gauge whether you really have a
Take
good
jump,
grasp or
like,
not. You
I
haven't
will
had
throw
a chance
TP
to.
to B. You start with me, Austin. We're just gonna.
Timeout.
Okay, well,
There it is.
yeah, there's a timeout. It does sound like
แย่ละ
Fnatic trying to work out a double team up here. So one of the things I was considering was Alpha here has just been a thorn in the side of Full Sense this entire map so far. One of the easiest answers would be just double up, just like they did here, but get a bit more aggressive on Garage. Don't give him all that space for him to jiggle PQ. Now, does Fnatic try to get ahead of that? Do they just try to hit hard on B after they've been toying with A and ramps for so long? That's going to be the big question that Full Sense has to decide. Which side of the coin do you choose here for your initial setup at the beginning of the round?
More seconds to figure it out. Going back in, see Full Sense break this win streak, or Fnatic are just going to have as hot of a start as Full Sense did on the previous map. Obviously, the concerning factor is just Fnatic have very much found their groove, having closed out that bind. So if you're going to give them that kind of a streak, it's not looking good for your chances to send this to Abyss.
Yeah, op at the ready.
Oh, a quick shot, but Alpha already far past that one, is able to avoid getting picked.
Yeah, but now you've given up the position of the op, and you can't get aggressive with it either on B, so the onus is on Fnatic to toy with that information as they so choose.
And it looks like they're going to actually restack over towards this operator as the gate crash comes in. Boombot sends him back. This double up angle on the mid, but if all Fnatic are just going to pile in through Garage, it's not going to matter too much. We'll just have to go for a retake as the space is going to be given up. Dimensional Drift confirming that here for Fnatic.
That's going to be the site. The real question is going to be if Vikash goes for a big wraparound if the timing's there, or maybe Potter gets ahead of it.
Maybe they would give the plant over to Alpha here, trying to get that showstopper online here for the post plant, but I'm going to save that for now. Dash forward, able to avoid that bite. Kadoom now committed here forward onto the side. Potter able to plan one as Crashy's going to be taken down as the Nightfall went across. We're fighting back, finds himself a second kill from on high as Sephiroth gets taken down up on the corner.
โอ้
And Opinion is able to find one, but I don't think he's going to find three more.
ต้องเซฟว่ะ
Save it.
Smoke bloom, but they are quickly rotating, trying to get into position to go ahead and shut this one down. Just that classic as he desperately tries to rotate away.
หิวจัด
Catcher on the
เวก้า
hunt,
หิวจัด
ready to push in. You hear the rope. Falls lower. The haunt clear. Just a pistol.
Oh.
Holds his own for the kill. The drop down. He's just pinned into the corner. Kayak at third.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
man. Opinion.
เอ้า
It is not a round win. It is far from it. But the fact that he was able to retain that weapon is
แมปกัน
impressive.
ชิว
Oh, I've
เอา
never
นี่
been
กัน
more
อยู่เนี่ย
excited for a kill
เรา
that
ผิดบทหรือเปล่า
resulted in a round loss, but it was very impressive to hold on to that operator. Severe coming online in this round, stepping in for Fnatic, stepping into some big shoes in Boaster's seat.
I mean-
we won the round. Doesn't matter, Kai.
Well
It's fine,
played.
bro.
I mean, Crashies is trying to go ahead and play it off a little bit, but while it probably doesn't matter for this one, it did give him the Nightfall with those kills. But like Crashy said, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Quick kill Alpha here continuing to just destroy the start of these rounds. The off now in. Alpha taken down. Sheriff instead of a classic, but Kayak this time will get the job finished. Finds the kill, gets the spot. Sephiroth now eliminated. It's just Laz. Vandal in hand to try to hold this line, and they know that the Cypher is going to be on this site.
พี่โบ๊ทไม่ว่าหมาผม
They'll just go for a similar setup like they did in the pistol.
แย่ว่ะแมปนี้สู้ไม่ได้ว่ะ ยอม
Onto the site with cover from heaven.
Standing.
Okay, it was Crashies actually with the cover up from up top. That should be the round once more for Fnatic. So similar scenes as we saw
6-6 แล้วครับ ตอนนี้ไปดูในสนามม้ามา
6-0.
ดีเลย์จังวะ
It's round 7 where Fnatic were able to break the streak. See a full sense coming back into a full buy. Are going to be able to do the same. A half armor there on Laz, but full operator in sight. Is, I mean, yeah. It's a little bit showing there from the leg. And
เสียเหลี่ยมว่ะอันนี้ จริงต้องมีแบบว่า
And one of the things that Full Sense
มีของให้หน่อยครับ พีคช้า
struggling with right now is just not being able to hold off the initial aggression.
oh, speaking of aggression. Immediately,
อุ๊ย
the
เอาว่ะ
out over towards Rom, and the
เอาดิ
scale forward can do is trying to get in on
เอา
top.
ดิ
It's going to be Potter actually
ต้องสู้ถึงจะชนะ
Barrage to collect 2 quick kills.
อุ้ยเซตอัพนี้ทำไมไม่ใช้ตั้งนานแล้ววะ
Open A site here for Fnatic to try to get entrenched.
And I think this is really how you kind of have to start playing. Obviously, you don't want to all in every single round.
เฉียบอยู่เนี่ยเซ
The
ตอัพนะ
Cypher is no longer an excellent delaying sentinel. It's much more about an info sentinel that can go for these aggressive
Spike
lurks.
planted.
So you push out one side. Uh-oh.
Showstopper gonna be locked in though. Was playing that corner, but quick little exit. Kayak draws out the ult. Still the Nightfall. Now send it cross, but it's only onto the Yoru of the Cash. Back behind Flower. Just try to
อี
swing
เวก้า
out. Spots on a one.
โอ้
Headshot
โห
found.
ดิ้ง
Kill
หนึ่ง
now
เจ็บ
off the
หนึ่ง
back.
Last player standing.
Opinion
หมด
trying to make it happen.
Okay.
Finds two, and Laz will be there for the
เชี่ยหก
finisher.
จริงว่ะ
Two players surviving.
สนามม้า
Looks
จริง
like we're just going to be recycling the script from Bind. That is full
Martin.
sense, getting themselves a round win here in round 7.
Yeah, we might as well really just fold over our score sheets in half, just imprint it on the other side, and it'll be the exact same score line.
Let's just start Abyss.
Yeah, let's actually. Yeah, we know how this ends. It ends 13-11.
Just straight into map 3. Sorry,
I-
Fnatic, you shouldn't have dropped round 7.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's on them.
5, 6, 8, all of those would have been fine choices.
Just couldn't have been the lucky 1-7. But a really good call. Now, heavy investment. Heavy investment. I believe 3 ults used on that round. So that's a lot. We'll see if they can do something similar here without it, though. Again, yep, I like the push up. But mid, is that the answer?
แล้วตอนนี้สู้ยับอะ
Fight into that, but look at the damage on the Kayak. He gets taken down to 10 HP. Severe now is going to be dropped. Trashies does find one more, but the damage suffered on the Fnatic side is quite staggering.
Yeah, Kayak going so low is the big one that you mentioned right there. But full sense also no initiator. That means they have to
พอเส้นข่าวฝั่ง
more
บุก
than
ลูกนี้
before.
โคตรน่ารำคาญ
Showstopper at the ready. Spots one, but lobs it in
Oh!
way too deep.
โอ้ดี
Better of him there. Playing off the back of that paranoia. Cam now with the spot. Laz making the call. Yes, they are on the A site again.
Yeah, but you have Heaven. You're now clearing Rams control. Your teammates are coming in from the other side of the site. Overall positions are good for full sense.
Spike planted.
วิโดนวาร์ปหลอกหนึ่งทีครับ
However, does get sent out, not covering the spike, just to try to lock off one of these angles of approach.
Crashy is
ดูว่าแคชชี่จะแก้ไงวินนี้
looking for a timing here. Somebody's got to keep their eye on that smoke. They cannot turn their backs to it.
เฮ้ย
Kayak finds one. Laz taken down. The push for the push out.
แคชชี่
Isolated, but now as this wall falls, Crashies
Oh.
has them all lined up. 10, 2, and 3. Picks up the 4K. And the script continues. Fnatic now 7-1.
That's why I said
He
it.
can't
You
cheat.
cannot turn all of your backs to that smoke. We're not in 2021 anymore. People will push out of smokes. That is so close there. Unfortunate for Alpha here. But unless you're going to push out and clear it, you can't just assume that
Oh
they'll
my
just sit
God.
back. Their teammates' eyes are basically theirs. They'll get the info. What an incredible timing. Just waiting for that screen to
แม
drop
ป
here.
เข่า
from
เราก็แย่เหมือน
Crashies.
กัน ใช่ แม่งเสกเยอะไปว่ะ
Boosted over the top, but Alpha able to escape. Not even a lick of damage going to be taken there. It's Kayak considering, okay, getting very aggressive with this operator. And he finds one, gets out scot-free. Alpha at the meantime, he has just torn apart the B site.
And now they can go wherever they wish.
2 kills. Laz is watching him gently glide up onto the rafters and does get the catch here onto Makaj, but Kayak, he's got an op shot to the face to go ahead and trade it back. Potter to see if he can work any additional magic here.
Does look a little tough.
Not even a chance to try to get into heaven fast enough to get the paint shell out to just even delay the plant.
Yeah, I mean, completely surrounded, no weaponry. You're ideally going down to the spike. If someone hunts for you, maybe you get that kill. He's going to hear these hops. Oh, spotted.
Doesn't care.
No.
It's just, he's hurting him forward here. Severe. The Shepherd collects him.
มาน้องฮันเตอร์ สวัสดีครับ
And that is where the pattern breaks just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then keeping the lead a bit further than Full Sense did in the first map. And Alpha, didn't like a couple of those earlier rounds. Trying to rewrite the rest of this map in his favor.
Kai's just playing another game, bro.
Bro, Kayak is just running, man.
Timeout.
He really is.
Wow. Tough times. Tough decisions. Final timeout call here from Full Sense. Needing to be utilized to try to turn this one around.
Yeah, it's tough because I think on paper they understand, right? They need to push out, eliminate one of these, initial defaults from Fnatic. But I think mid, I think they just wanted a bit of a switch up here. Maybe something they could do. Remember Fracture the Goat. A little shout out for Crashies. Of course. We'll see if he can continue on some of these streaks that he's shown us throughout this year, really, but even here at SVL. But on the side of Full Sense, again, you do have to. You just don't have as much delaying power. You don't have as much info control, right? You don't have the Yoru. You don't have double controller. The Cypher isn't really as amazing at those trap plays to delay anymore. It's really just to know if...
โอ้ยมาขนาดนี้ไม่ได้กับได้ครับผม
So you got to get those frags. That's how you're going to get ahead.
Who's next? You want to find it?
Oh, another dimensional drift here from Kayak. They're on a scouting mission. The rest of Fnatic slow to try to scale up behind this, but now have all the free space they
ความ
need.
สอบมาก
And Sephiroth just doesn't hear it coming. Deafened up. Potter just managed to find the trade back. Taken down. Spike not yet planted, so this is going to be Full Sense in position very quickly to try to start the flood. Laz now swooping forward, off, angled in, but Cash able to find one. I think it takes down Crashies, but
เราสไน
waits for a second.
Last player standing.
Drop down.
One enemy
It's going to be
remaining.
a 1v1. The star set up.
ดูมันรีเวอร์ชันหรือเปล่า
It's got one more star behind though. Zapina not reading the angle correctly. Thinking it was going to be the full rotate up into heaven. Fnatic maintain control. They beat back Full Sense once again. To not allow them to get a conversion off the timeout.
Yeah, there being no initial peak really baits out Opinion there. And this
นี่
was
ดู
just
คอมโบ
gonna be
มัน
a
ดิ
double setup, right? You've
บ้า
got
จั
the
ด
Cosmic Divide to mask the noise, but then the Nightfall just about tags Elbow right as Kayak peeks out as well. There's just no way in the world that you're expecting that. So here, of course, getting his flowers there after that 1v1 clutch at the end. Now 9-1, Fnatic trying to speed run this map, bring us to map 3 on Abyss. Or rather, actually wrap up the... I almost forgot that they made the comeback in the first map.
They won the first one.
นี่ไง
Did indeed.
93เคยครับ เฮ้ย
He'll work this out.
I appreciate it. Appreciate the faith.
แปลก
Well, a kill advantage at the start of the round, something that Full Sense has not had many of throughout this split so far. Swing in though,
Eesh.
just like that, it's now equalized. Potter taken down.
I mean,
มาอีกแล้วนักเลิฟ
and you're just kind of caught. You can see on the minimap, they're not
ผม
really sure where they're supposed to push out of, how to break through what feels like a wall on the attacking side, but that's a big kill over on the A side
That's a
by
huge one.
Opinion.
Look at where the spike is.
Now, they don't know that.
They don't, but
ๆ เฮ้ยอย่าเพิ่งย้ายอย่าเพิ่งวิ่ง ชิป
yeah, he's gonna be hurt, rotating all the way back through the spawn. Now they can just kind of try to split this one, so unless Alfia can go crazy and pick off some people,
อย่างงี้หวานเจี๊ยบไปดิ
just doesn't. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen.
Spike down.
Great little
Attacker
re-intercept
spawn.
here. Sephiroth swoops back around. Spear dead. I mean, you see which
โอ้ย
angle
โอ้ย
he was trying to run to. You see he was trying to go over to the B site. So if you're not sure where Alpha Air was, it gives
ไม่
you
ทันแล้วเวลา
a good idea. Now you have it confirmed.
Alpha just looking for these fights, and they're not giving it to him.
So help me God.
Uh-oh.
All you have to do is run, Laz. All you have to, dude.
Oh, he's looking for it.
Imagine. Okay.
Hey, I respect it.
All right, Full Sense. They get a second round win. 3-9, the best they could hope for. As Alpha is clearly having a
ไม่รู้ว่าใครสั่งครับผม
more fun time
Oh,
compared
man.
to Mind.
Yeah, I mean,
แต่จริงๆถ้าจะเอา
that's
ไฟ
not
พาวเวอ
a
ร์
line
ก็
we practice every day.
ต้องดรอปพี่โบ๊ทนะ
Oh, at least he had his
ต้อง
eye
หา
on
อิ
the
นเกม
prize.
ที่
He
แบบรัน
understood that there was only one way that he might be able to potentially win this one.
One enemy.
น้องเบสสวัสดีครับ
Good height.
did. Some good airtime there. The round still goes full sense's way.
FNC เหรอ
Kayak once again battling over this ramp position, but as
Oh.
the paranoia comes his way, he's basically
ย้อนไปสักไกลเลย
all three players. Two rifles shooting out on ramps as well as that paranoia, so they're very well aware it's a heavier stack towards A. Now looking to try to push their way forward and overwhelm Lazio on the B site, but the reinforcements are quickly there, and the Nightfall does stop them from scaling forward for the time being. But I think Fnatic overall very happy with the amount of utility they've drawn out.
Exactly. There's so much time left on the clock right now. That full sense, yeah, sure, you got the rotate, but you actually never pushed out of A main.
โอ้นาย
So
เอง
you're
ต้อง
just
พัก
back
แล้ว
to an initial default. The Fnatic, they creep in on
Oh.
contact,
Ui.
but Laz wins the first fight.
มันแบบพยายามอย่างหนักอะบอกเลยเอาไปเยอะอะ
Hands on his head there. Feel like he should have had that one.
เฮ้ย93 จริงว่ะ
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Vikash does manage to find Laz, but still going to be player
Yeah.
deficit. Now expounded
Ui.
upon, but quickly answered back into
กลาย
a
เป็น
2v2.
2-2 ได้ยังไง
Showstopper at the ready.
หลังมาไว
One off the pit, one off this Cosmic Divide. Severe
Ui,
pushing
Ford.
forward. As the Showstopper now going to be drawn out, just trying to maybe usher them into the opening. So that
Ui.
Sephiroth is going to be able to find it, but the Rocket
Ow.
actually goes out early. He doesn't wait for any confirmation with that kill. Vikash now has the pit, and Sephiroth has to, it just gives it over to him. With that
เมื่อกี้หันมาไม่เจอแล้วไม่ใช่หรอ
cannot. 10-2.
เซฟมันไม่ใช่เกมธรรมชาติไงตอนนั้นอะพังเลยอะเสียผู้เสียคนเลยจับเซฟเป็นเกมอะ
Yeah, they'll stabilize eventually with the score line that they would have liked. Laz with a nice little swing adjustment there in that 1v1 against Alpha here. But it just wasn't enough. The reset, that full sense, or Fnatic is able to get.
ไม่รู้จะยิงไหนแล้วเมื่อกี้น่าจะยิงไปหลังเสาแล้วก็ในลึกนะแบบไม่รู้จะยิงไปไหนอะยิงไปตรงที่โนอินโฟเลยเมื่อกี้
A couple of angles in Fnatic's favor.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ย
Energy coming
ยากว่ะ
live here from Fnatic as they look to try to close out this opening match.
This is going to have to be a hellish run back.
เดี๋ยวไปวอต
Therefore,
บอส
full
ปาร์ตี้
sense.
ต่อที่
A chance to
ที่งาน
see that up there.
สายล่างน่ะดูอย่างงี้ น่าจะยากแล้วแบบนี้
Obviously, it's been done.
Yes,
เอาจริงกระเป๋าพี่ยังไม่ได้เก็บเลยครับผมกระเป๋ายังโล่งอยู่เลย มันไปไม่กี่วันไงเอาของไปนิดเดียวก็เสร็จแล้ว
What is the full name of
Oh, I
SVL?
mean, oh, come on.
The wait.
No,
Okay. The mirrored camera.
ซู
It's funny because Soul is alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Soul Valorant League. Oh, he's thinking.
I think it would be. I mean, I think that would be fun though.
A Soul Valorant
Like a,
League.
ก็
like a,
ดีอ
like
ยู่
a
นะ
beer league,
กลางไปทางดีครับ
Yeah,
and
okay.
everyone's just like hanging out
น้อง
and
Bobby.
like casual, not like drinking competitions.
บัวคนละรุ่นไหมแมปนี้ก็คนละรุ่นครับ
Casual, relaxed
อันนี้
environment.
แมปเขาเล่นดีครับ
Have, like,
แต่
the-
แมปแรกเกือบชนะอยู่
classic,
Right,
you know,
okay,
you
yeah.
have some beers, that kind of thing. I think that would
ไป
be,
กระเป๋า
I think
เปล่า
it would
ซื้อ
be a
ชุด
fun
ใหม่โอ้โห
format.
I think it could be fun. Whichever streamer wants to take that upon themselves and invest the money.
You could do it where it's like, okay, if you get thriftied, the whole team has to take a shot.
Sure. It's a little risky for some teams.
Yeah, it
Ui,
would. Well,
cả đúng.
Doom off to a good start. Find some here, but Kayak. That's that Sheriff. That's that Potter. Swoop forward and Alpha. Able to find the first. Vikash gets the second. Doom now isolated here. Backside has two very low HP players, but he runs out of bullets and runs out of life. Fnatic
นี่กระดุมสู้ชีวิตจะจัด
tied up in the pistol count and continue to look to close this. They're very well slated to make this a 12-2. Surely Full Sense should go for a force here.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta force whatever you can. I get it. You didn't really get anything you wanted
อุ้ย
in this round, except a couple of frags here. But you still gotta force whatever you can, because otherwise it's match point. That's over for the opening day here for Full Sense.
Inshallah.
Why these guys throw a cage on me, bro? Come on.
And okay, it's not gonna be it. Just an
ไอเวก้ามันแอบท็อกซิกเหมือนกันนะถ้าคนได้ยินมันคุยนะ
Serious. You're in Korea, doesn't mean you have to play like a Korean team. You could go for the force. Longship's like the exception, where they will go for a force.
Yeah.
Oh, Alpha.
โอ้โห
About to, yeah, show them the bad news. That's both of your duelists now taken down, all of your entry power removed.
Oh, well, I think we're just seeing the beginning of the end here for Full Sense's opening day as Alpha's just having some fun with the judge. Okay,
Well,
things have gotten a little
Spike down
dicey.
A.
Doesn't have that sheriff, but okay. Severe will be able to finish it off.
แย่ละ
Good. A hell of a lot more damage dealt than I would have considered, but
Match point.
all the same, match point is now locked up here by Fnatic.
แย่จริง
Full Sense can
GG
work
ว่ะ
an absolute miracle.
ถือว่าได้มันแมปแรกอยู่ โอ้เสียดายนะได้แมปแรกนี่ แมป 3 แมปแล้ววะ
Doesn't look too promising.
Spike down A.
Let's just see if Severe and his team
Guardian, go heaven,
closing things out. They want to get whatever firepower they can coming into
อาบิด
the
โห
focus.
อาบิดนี่ได้เล่นอยู่นะอาบิดอะฟูลเซนเล่นอยู่นะอาบิดอะ
Assortment, but all in the right places.
Oh,
Back in a flash.
well, still is able to find one. Able to trade it back.
Oh.
Oh, the jump judge shots. Oh, guys, let's go to the B side. Maybe Alpha won't
Yeah.
be there. Yep, he still is. Blast Pack trying to send that one up and over the top, but Opinion just a little bit faster and Full
หน้า
Sense.
ปิญญาสู้จัดๆว่ะ
Good to go ahead and deny this bonus conversion as well as the series finish. Unless Fakaj can pull off a 1v3 with a Spectre.
สงสัยอยากกลับไปหาเพื่อนๆว่ะ
Got a little bit of a buff here coming into the offseason. And you do have 2 people low, so statistically it's not too impossible, but not able to find his target. Just quite unsure if he's searching for more. Zapina with a triple will keep Full Sense in for another round.
A critical win, and with the kills going the way that they did, he's going to be 1 charge away from, I believe, 2 different ultimates.
No more
Virgin Path as
please.
well as the Nightfall. So could be critical for them to try to start a run back.
Yeah, but it's got to be more than just a bit of a sprint, right? It's a long ways to go. Meanwhile, you do have Alpha here with a showstopper, so if they just don't feel like something's right, he could just blast forward.
Very true. Holding in mid for now. Prowler
I have the
avoided.
spike.
As Kayak setting up an escape route. Very far forward and aggressively here at Garage. Things are coming down, so it seems like Full Sense are very suspicious.
เล่นดีวันนี้พิญญาเล่นดี
Yeah, but we're 40 seconds in now.
The warning shots.
With the Bucky as well. You still just don't really have any confident information. Just now, you sort of clear mid, you sort of clear a main, spotted.
สักหน่อยเปล่าตีเปล่า
Looks like this show of force from Alpha has successfully scared them across towards this side of the map.
นายติดธุระไปต่างประเทศครับผม
It's an
โบ๊ท
excellent
ก็เหมือน
setup
กัน
here
นะ
from Fnatic.
ใช้แซนดินทั้งคู่ครับ
Sight not into heaven, so won't have the easiest trajectory to try to get on top of these players. But gosh, okay. Quick peek, quick shot, quick death. Kadoom.
Take hold.
Uncertain what just hit him.
30 seconds left.
Showstopper now drawn out. Alpha more than happy to try to run down this clock, it would seem. Lobs it in towards heaven. It's not going to be found, nor the kill, but it's 20 seconds remaining. They have to push forward. He's at elbow with a Bucky,
ดึงรอแป๊บนึงครับ
which can absolutely be
เพื่อน
there.
กำลังมา
Crashy's going to be noted here on the one side. The push forward.
Yeah.
Laz able to find it. Alpha taken down. The Stinger up close. Not getting the job done. With 3 seconds to spare, the spike plant will come through.
Spike plant.
As Kayak and Severe arrive with rifles to try to see if they can somehow bail them out. They finished the first map at a 2v4. They're looking to do it again.
Cleared out all the util. It's a 2v4 gunfight now.
Flash return from
Player
spot
standing.
out. Swing
Hey,
in.
hey.
Blast back onto the face.
เหี้ยแปะไปพักติดตัวเมื่อกี้
Damage finds the first. Swings in. Looks for the second. But Opinion able to hold his own. Full sense.
อาจดูเหมือนไกลแต่ไม่
Still waiting.
Still needing 8 rounds in a
ไกลครับ
row
ผม
if they want to
อย่า
take
ไม่เลย
this into
ไกลจริ
OT.
ง
Yeah, and they're able to get through because Laz eventually clears out heaven here. Forces Vikash out into an uncomfortable position. Picks off that kill, and that means that Alpha also just can't get full comfort delay on the showstopper. Has to send it off just to cover his back over towards that window.
Let's go, bro.
Now 4 rounds on the board for Full Sense. And they might be on for a 5th. As Fnatic now boiling down to a Bucky.
อาจจะเลยพูโตไปหน่อยด้วยอันนี้
Another one for Alpha.
biggest comeback in history
Not exactly the place you want to be with a Bucky, I don't think.
It's one of the greatest riflers in the world. has been using almost exclusively shotguns on this half.
It does feel like he's still having fun though, so I'm okay with that as long as you're having fun.
มาเด้
Damage taken, but Sephiroth holding his own.
Poison's off.
Continues to lock down Makaraj's position. Meanwhile,
มันให้ใคร
Alpha
สั่งวะตอนนี้
just swooping all the way through, coming back around now
I
into
know
B heaven.
exactly where you
As
are.
Neural Theft will get the reveal. And looks like they're actually going to look to just play into this stack. They say, okay, well, we've got the weaponry. We trust our abilities. Let's just go ahead and go to B. Severe won't be able to find the shot. And the Bucky is certainly not in position to really find any value.
Trying to bait them into the corner after the classic shots. I think they'll remember the 1 or 2 shots they heard at the beginning
ก็
of the round.
2-0 ไง
Yeah, I mean, if he's blast backing at you, it's not going to be with just that classic.
แค่ที่สั่งอ่ะโหแล้วแม่งเล่นอย่างนี้แล้ว
All in
สั่ง
all,
ไม่ต้องมีพี่โบ๊ทก็ได้มั้งงั้นอ่ะ
sense that should put them at 5. Hold on.
วันนี้แค่ที่โหด
Won't
จัด
be
อ่ะ
going for it, but sending a message at the very least towards the full sense camp.
Yeah, it's a clean shot. So Crashy's maybe just
เนี่ยคุ้มเลย
heaven, try to see if he can find some exits. He's 2 charges away from having the
เซ
ult.
ริโอได้แค่ที่ดีคนละแบบ
Corner checking.
That's just such a funny sight.
Surely, I was going to say, surely he's not saving the Bucky.
No, no. They're just seeing if he can get a cheeky kill or not. Phantom picked up, won't be able to save it. Just gonna see if he can chase for another kill, but not gonna be.
ไม่ได้คือเอาจริงเอ็นมันติดกับมันขาดแบบไฟพาวเวอร์นิดนึงครับผม
Finds him.
แบบนิดนึงจริงๆอ่ะมันเฉี่ยวไปเฉี่ยวมาพอ
Got plenty of money though, 6,500.
พอเป็นแมตช์ที่แบบตึงๆอะครับ แมตช์ตึงๆอ่ะพี่โบ๊ทชอบหลับอะครับแมตช์แบบที่ทุกคนต้องช่วยกันยิงอ่ะ
Alpha here just teaching them a light little lesson in that round as he
มัน
gets
เกิดขึ้นบ่อยอ่ะ
revenge frag at the end.
เลยไปไม่สุดตรงนี้
Now Fnatic off in hand, Cosmic Divide for the retake. We've got 4 other rifles looking to close things out.
เย็นตาโฟหม้อไฟบอกเขาสวยเหล่าเนื้อหม้อไฟข้าวผัดมันเนื้อเหล่าเนื้อหม้อไฟข้าวผัดมันเนื้อ
Virgin paths connecting onto 2. Alpha and Severe both going to be caught
Ui.
there, but Potter taking down
หายแล้ว
Kayak once again with that operator.
สโมกยังไม่ขึ้นเลย
Cash finds another, and that's once
จบเลยอย่าง
again
งี้
the duelist is gone for full sense. Some spam here through the box, swing onto the corner. Alpha here able to take him down. It's a target-rich environment. And Fnatic are thriving. Laz, the last one remaining. The last
GG
one to
ครับ
fall as Alpha will collect it. 13-5. Fnatic
ถือว่าได้มันอยู่
0
แมปแรก
victory here in their
แมปนี้
opening
แมปเขา
appearance
โห
in
ดไป
SVL.
Yeah, it looked very rough in the beginning of Bind, losing 6 rounds in a row, but afterwards they